is a sad day, Hawk, but you're still gonna have fun, bro. And I was surprised, chat. I was surprised for you when we start streaming. A big surprise. Big surprise, chat. Better get ready. I also got jump scared by my comment in the Siva Gunner video, so I feel conflicted right now. That's nice. Gas up the string, Hawk. This is not a suggestion. I forgot to turn my mic on! Chat, no way! I'm real! This is crazy! No! White boy spotted! Nato's stalling. Hawk, how are we doing, goats? How are we doing? How's your day been? How's your night been? How's your life been? How are we doing, bro? We're here. My camera's in a really awkward space on my desk, so I have to turn to look at it every time. Yo, Shmendy, how's it going, bro? How's it going? How's your day been? How's your night been? How's your life been, Shmendy? How you doing? How you doing, Shmenster? How you doing, chat? We are here today for a big one, a big stream, bro. It's a big stream. This is the MatPat Watch Party Part 2, the long-awaited sequel. We did this back in like June last year. Damn, we got that high quality close-ups on the controller. I have nowhere else to put it. Oh man, Jess, how you doing, God? How you doing, Jess? There's a boy on my screen. No way. That's crazy. Listen, chat. I did tell you, Bills is gonna have a fucking field day when he gets here. Chat, Jess, if you can. Matter of fact, DM Bills right now, Jess, and tell him to get in here. Don't like give him any details. Just tell him like you gotta get in bloody stream. Just DM him right now, Jess. But chat, this is crazy. This is big. Chat. No way. But we are here. Bills is gonna have a fucking field day when he gets here, dude. Holy shit. We're here for the motherfucking MatPat Watch Party Part 2. This back in June. I've been meaning to do a sequel for a while, and this was the perfect time, so we're doing it. We're gonna have fun. We're definitely gonna have fun. First, obviously, big news is that fucking MatPat stopped fucking, or well, he hasn't stopped yet. Big day for Bloody Pikachu fans all around the world. That's true, bro. That's true. I lost to Fortnite game today because I was too busy getting emotional at the MatPat video. I did not watch the full thing. I probably should. But yeah, he didn't quit YouTube, but he did. Well, he is quitting YouTube. I don't know why that was air quotations. But he is he is going to I think he said March 9th was his last video, I think. He's doing like 9 more theories or whatever. But like he's quitting soon. He's quitting at one point. So big day for that. He is going to be quitting soon, and in memoriam. He's not dead, but in loving memory of all the game theories. Why not react to some MatPat theories today, bro? Why not react to all the sillies, the goofies, and there's not a third word. I don't have a third word. Just get Bills in here, bro. You gotta get him in here. But we will be joined, chat, by some goats. So let's go ahead and call them up. Here we go. Oh, not Kaguya, apparently. I just added his. Oh, wait. Oh, there she is. Hold up. Okay.
Holy shit. We're real.
We're real. You guys aren't real. You're actually not on the layout. I have to get you on here. Hold up.
Oh.
Hold up. Let me go. They're dead right now, Chad. We just gotta get them on here.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, what's up?
Look at the Discord.
Yeah, huh? Oh my god, they're real now. No way.
The glitch.
Anyways.
It's hello, chat.
What did you do?
I was in the middle of something.
Oh. Yo, that's me! Oh my god, chat.
Nah, bloody fake.
Yo,
You might be wondering why I'm in a Spider-Man suit. I was in a Spider-Man
Bumpy
suit.
Ultimate Shadow fan. How are y'all doing, bro? How are you doing, Gibbs? How are you doing? Thank you for abusing your mod powers and builds your server, Chess. That's pretty awesome.
Patrick for the first and last time.
That's true. Guys, it's the real Buzz Lightyear.
Yo, it's that the guy from
I don't know if I'll be able to finish this Miguel O'Hara drawing in time, man. It's over. Kidding. I'll just get out of it.
For sure, it's the
Real do the ink drawing of this.
Oh my god, now.
Listen, it's coming along nicely though. I will say.
Yo, chat. Look at this, bro.
You haven't seen it.
Chat,
you haven't seen it in like half an hour, so I might as well just show it.
Ah! I'm wide. God damn it! I forgot to clip the
white
review.
guy.
Bitch. Hold up.
Alright, so like, this is what it's looking like for now.
Goofy impression, got you, Bumpy. Goodbye, MatPat.
Let's see this.
I got you. Wow.
Yeah, that looks sick.
No way. Listen,
It's way
Chad,
better than my last attempt.
I did tell you,
what
Chad.
the last one was. It was like in July of last year.
I did tell you, Chad, if I ever did the webcam stream,
Yeah, that's some
now look at
improvement.
the camera like Gym Office whenever a thing
The
happens.
hard part is the fucking cape. I hate that cape. That cape is my enemy. It's the dictator of items.
To be fair, you could just post it without the cape.
Chad, I did tell
I
you.
know.
I did tell
but
you.
That's the challenge.
If the webcam stream ever happened, I wouldn't tell you guys beforehand, and I didn't. I didn't warn you beforehand.
Listen, the cape. He doesn't use the cape for majority of the movie, but this cape looks so cool though.
Well,
that's the problem. I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Oh, Jesse, that.
Oh, the Jess died.
Also, hi chat. We can't see you, but
look, they're the little block of cheese right there. Look at them. Look at that block of cheese. White man, Inker. Inker, how you doing, Inker? How you doing, Inker?
Hello, chats.
So you now get to see how my hair keeps getting in my face all the time, every time. So you guys get to see that firsthand now. That's awesome. I'm gonna flip this coin real quick, just because I can.
Does not continue to fuck up.
Now throw it back for your chat. You were throwing it back for us.
So chat, we can talk about this, chat. We can.
So yeah, he was like throwing it back and called for us. It was kind of sick.
We don't.
Wait, what?
Chat. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't. We don't have to.
Wow. He was letting that booty jiggle.
He was what?
We don't have to do this, man. We don't.
He was what?
We don't.
We do.
Chat.
I thought you were the Metal Gear Rising fan. man.
Don't-
In the end, it has to
Chat,
be this
don't
way.
listen to her. Chat, don't. She's crazy.
Listen to me.
She's crazy thoughts.
She's
Don't listen.
she's talking crazy.
Chat, she's crazy. Chat, don't listen to her.
I'm not crazy, chat. You know what you want, and I know what you want, chat. You can have it. You just need to convince him.
There we go. Look, I'm tiny
I don't think
now.
they want that.
I'm in this box, chat. Get me out of this box.
You can make a difference.
I'm in this box. Facecam Arukadu. No way. How's it going, goat? Spider-Man, why were you throwing it back? Chat, how many subs you throw it
I'm
back?
not.
Because now it's a feasible goal. So how many subs you throw it back? Can you do 10 subs? Sure. 10 subs. I'll throw it back on stream. Not oiled up. That's crazy. Yeah, Luke is an actually yellow rat.
Who said
No.
you couldn't have your clothes on while oiled up?
That feels really disgusting. Actually, it feels really gross.
Sounds really disgusting, but it's really funny
Yeah.
though.
Oh, but you know that, right? You know that.
Me?
Yeah, you know that. You know that.
Why would I
from
know
YouTube?
that? I'm not a streamer.
Basecamp streamer. Hi, Bills. Hi, Bills.
Hey, Bill.
On a Thursday afternoon. Hella ass. Hi, Bills. You joined at a really good time. Hold up. Chat, let me. I get added and. Oh, hold up, Quag's asking to pop in. Let me get Quag in here. Let me get the Quagster in here.
It's the Pigman guy from Picking Men.
Look at
Yes, hello.
Pikmin's strongest soldier.
No, wrong
that.
actually.
That's Arlo.
Who is that then?
Arlo is Pikmin's strongest
Now, me
soldier.
personally.
Why?
Now,
Hold
me
up, let me-
personally, I wouldn't get out Pikmin by a puppet.
Okay. Let's see.
It's fine. I don't. I'll let him have this. He doesn't have anything else.
Instagram
It's all he has.
and
It's all he had. That's all he had.
And I'm
Okay.
DC's strongest
I
soldier.
do have this pre-made playlist.
That is
of-
far from true.
Okay,
You're,
no,
you're,
I'm
you're
that.
at
I'm
least
not.
like top 20, I think. You're
I don't think so. You weren't dick riding for
25? 25?
25. I think he's
25.
number 23. I think
Anyway,
think he's
what's
more- I think
this
he's
for?
like
What's
50th.
this for?
this is the
Of the
MatPat-
Sims.
Oh,
The Sims.
yeah, you're asking. Okay. Yeah, this is the leftover theories that didn't make it into the last stream. So we just have a number of them here.
Did we ever do the gay one?
Which gay one?
The one with Cloud holding the rainbow flag. Is that not on this list?
I don't know what video that is.
Just look it up. Is gaming too gay or something? I don't remember.
Cloud game theory. Are video games anti-LGBT?
There you go. That's
Get
the
ready to-
one.
Okay.
When did this release?
2014.
Yeah.
Oh.
This could not end badly. This couldn't end badly.
I think this is
Oh.
a great start, actually. You know.
It couldn't go.
Peak?
Chat, you
Peak
know the-
first
you know the
recommended
ads,
video?
chat. And speaking of subs, 10 subs and I will throw it back. Not oiled up, but I will throw it back. 10 subs and I'll do it. But you gotta do it quickly. And
Man, that
also-
Jump King stream
I
that
just
you did a while
realized-
ago was fun.
That's true.
When
We
are
should
gonna
do it again.
We should. You know, fuck Fat MatPat. We're watching Super Mario Logan.
No.
We're gonna do it
I've
again.
trapped
But with
you.
a different game. Which one? Ghosts and Goblins. Remember they brought up Ghosts and Goblins.
All right, let's watch this map.
Alright, let's.
Not that way. That way, cause we're about to serve up some fierce industrial glam JRPG
Is that
realness.
Zoolander? Game Grumps looking different in this.
Oh, this is not. Oh, this is definitely going to age well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This will definitely age well.
I
And
said, I
there
just
will-
think now that we have the fucking
Okay, listen, he was in theater though, so he might be. Listen, he
Hello,
was in
Internet.
theater.
Welcome to
God
Game
damn it,
Theory.
my headphones died. I'll be
Hashtag
right
post with
back.
a hashtag that's too long to give you
This
any
will
room for an
aid it.
actual tweet, so don't even bother trying to tweet this at me. Over the past few weeks, I've been appearing on the Completionists channel to talk about my thoughts on
Oh,
This really didn't
This
age well,
really-
huh?
This was really a.
we're
Really
what? 45
did not
seconds
age
in.
well.
We're
Oh
we're,
my
we're
god.
45
You
seconds
fucking
in.
world record! Holy shit!
favorite moments
Wait,
from
what do you have the
Final Fantasy
bean
VII,
boozled
and the
for?
first thing that
I
always
just
comes to
forgot
my
a
mind
stream
when
to
I
do
think
with
about that
these.
game
I just got these for
girls writing
Christmas
sexual
randomly. I need to
fanfics about
figure out a
Cloud
stream to
and
eat
Sephiroth.
these for.
Oh, and Tifa's boobs.
I will take full
So
credit for
about
making
50%
Bloody
of
real.
the
That
time
is true.
it's
Soul Cake did
fanfics
show me
and
the extension to
50%
do it.
boobs. But after those three things, what
That is
always
crazy.
comes to my mind is Cloud's cross-dressing scene. For those of you not familiar with the game,
Also, chat, let me know if the audio is too
Oh,
quiet.
this
or
is
bad.
really
Let's
gonna
go.
be aged well. Oh,
Excluded,
Okay,
must
does-
infiltrate a heavily guarded
Let me know
This-
the
and
audio
aggressively
is, if I should turn it up.
Boogs McGee. But the mansion
It's
is
fine.
locked to all but the
No,
hottest
to
women
chat,
of the slum.
not you.
As such,
Sorry.
Cloud must
I'm-
survive male hot
Shut
tub
up.
parties,
Are you chat?
SWAT
Are you
challenges,
chatting?
Yeah,
vending
sure.
Yes,
machine
a little
I'm chatting with you.
in his quest
Yeah.
to
We're on
become
stream.
Belle
Shut up.
de Ball, Cloud gets all dolled up, and depending on the items you collect, he has the possibility of getting selected for a roll in the hay with Master of the House, Don Corneo. Uncomfortable pelvic thrusting and not so subtle wordplay ensue, until finally, Cloud reveals that he's packing a sword. Two, in fact. It's such a weird,
Oh.
risque quest, which makes
Ah.
it so incredibly
penis.
memorable. I mean,
mean,
can you
Cloud is
imagine
hot.
if a game developer created a scene like this nowadays? But is there anything this bizarre scenario can teach us about the
Yeah,
world
I
of
wonder if they
cross-dressing,
created
and
a
more
scene like this
importantly,
nowadays.
about our favorite form of interactive media? All tea, no shade. This episode might very well be the most important one the show has tackled so far. First,
MatPat
it's
is
essential to
truly
understand
carrying
what
the
drag
LGBT
is.
community on his
Drag
shoulders
drag
right
is
now.
Lol.
costume or outfit,
I wonder
and
what those
clothing
tweets said
typical of one sex
back in the
worn by a
day.
person of the opposite sex. Easy as that. No implications
50
around a
Shades of
person's sexuality or
Awkward.
gender identity. And by gender identity, I mean whether you identify yourself as a male, female, both, or neither. But that's
Yo, he got the
Webster's
most
definition of
sus
drag,
Cloud
which
art.
is, ironically enough, a drag. Webster is the
Bro's
main
being
nerd
out,
of the
bringing
dictionary
out the
part. I like to
fucking
hang out with the cool kids who like New Oxford
Cloud
English and
stuff
fun
for all the alley.
waggles. Hashtag dictionary hipster. What Webster's definition lacks is that drag is actually a catch-all term for a wide variety of cross-dressing styles, many of which are more genres of on-stage performance. Styles I had no clue existed before I started watching RuPaul's Best Friend Race.
This is not RuPaul's best friend, Ray.
You're watching the best game theory video? What is that specifically, Hawk? What is that video?
Sorry, RuPaul's Drag Race. One such style.
He
the
is a
club
theater
kids,
kid.
whereas
He
most
is.
Drag for men is interpreting
Yeah,
feminine
I told you,
looks
it's not gonna be
Club
that
kids
bad because he's a
outright
theater
challenge
kid.
What we think of as typical male and female classifications. That's why they also go by the name gender. They don't wear clothes so much as they wear artistic
Did he just-
pieces, extreme
Fucking
abstract
Chocobo sound
was
and
louder
evolution
than
of
everything
glam rock
else.
to punk
Oh,
rock in the
no.
90s. Outside of the images
I
we've
can
just been
throw it back
scrolling,
on
an
stream
at only
example in
10
the gaming
subs.
world
Alright,
would
buddy.
be Zack
Alright.
from Dead or
Okay,
Alive with his
nice.
silver
What the
Teletubby-inspired jumpsuit.
fuck?
That would fit right in with the club kids, serving up preschool PBS pledge drive realness and eleganza extravaganza. Tingle from Zelda, his
He's
verdant
too-
cone-headed garb could also fit right into a club kid's closet. Moving on though, other types include camp queens, who are mostly geared towards comedy, and high drag, which exaggerate drag's already exaggerated portrayal of womanhood, with even bigger hair, bigger boobs and hips, and more extreme costumes. Interesting
Obviously,
enough, Cloud actually
naturally.
falls into two drag styles based on whether or not Don Corneo chooses him. In the scenarios where he's not selected, Cloud would be considered in skag or bear drag. This is when someone dresses in female clothes while still retaining clearly masculine features like
Yeah,
stubble,
okay.
an unshaded beard, or a beer gut. The Magypsies?
Oh, that is-
Mother 3 reference. I win.
Jean Armstrong from
Wait.
Phoenix Wright. The comedy here comes from extremely feminine clothing and hair clashing against highly masculine features like stocky bodies and facial hair. But if
Okay.
Cloud is
Yeah,
successfully
I think
able to
I got
pass
that,
everyone's
MatPat,
inspection,
yeah.
he's the epitome of a new and
This was
trendy
2014. Some people are right now still very, very stupid.
Their goal is to blend into
Yeah.
society, actually play with the illusion illusion of being a female, even getting mistaken for one. Sounds a lot like Cloud's mission, right? So why is it called fish? Well, it's a man that's able to resemble a woman so well that the true gender is confusing or fishy. I get it. Hashtag cleverfish. And with that, unfortunately, ends the fun part of the episode.
What?
Hashtag fun is done.
What?
To use a drag
What?
term, hashtag stop using drag terms. Now it's time to read the gaming industry to filth. Hashtag this joke has gotten old. Hashtag game theory rocks my socks. First, let me say this. I'm sorry. After some serious critiques of gamers and the game industry with the last 4 episodes, I wanted this one to be a fun, light-hearted romp through the world of drag queens.
Okay, it's kinda
Honestly, I
crazy.
started off this episode planning to review more drag styles in depth, and ultimately write a conclusion about how this all ties into the game's theme of identity. Cloud wearing fishy drag. and being
Hashtag
mistaken
game
as a
theory
woman is a
rocks
method of
my
reinforcing his
sock.
quest for self-discovery
Damn it.
throughout the game.
know.
Our studly
God.
soldier discovering
First
the
scroll,
truth
thank
about
you.
who or what he is a central motif throughout Final Fantasy VII, and the cross-dress scene is one of the game's earliest examples.
Right.
Gerard's videos actually do a great
There-
job.
there he is again.
Wow.
Oh, there that guy is.
Ego
too.
Raptor.
2-for-1 special.
Mhm.
2 for 1. The 2 for 1 special.
Anyways, I'm being forced to play Fortnite against my will. Just hold down the
When I was
fort.
younger, I thought nothing of it. Looking back
Damn,
now,
Bills,
though, the language
damn.
here is incredibly suggestive. Lines like
I mean, but
hurts,
Fortnite is a good
heave,
game.
can't, join the club and daddy's lonely suggest some
Oh,
form
no.
of non-consensual
Crimson.
sexual
Thank you for the raid, Crimson.
We're not
How's it
done
going?
yet.
How's your stream?
We're
Thank
not
you for the
done now.
raid.
But this is a video about drag, so I paid it no mind. Maybe a
Mr.
little
John
bit and
Fraud
dug
himself.
deeper
Thank you for the
into
raid,
the
Crimson. I
false
appreciate that.
dress
Daddy
symbol.
isn't
Oh
done
my
speaking.
god.
You will come back
Here's the
here.
list I compiled. Let's see if you can spot a trend. Birdo, Flea from Chrono Trigger, Poison from Final Fight, Alfred Ashford from Resident Evil Code Veronica, and Mother 3's Magypsies. Any ideas? Villain, 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 villain and out of his mind. I mean, just listen to that laugh.
That's Wednesday.
What the
Seriously,
fuck?
he actually has a mental disorder. And
Code Veronica's a little
not
crazy.
villains, but also not human. Speaking of inhuman, Banjo-Tooie also has a crossdresser, Mary Maggie.
Oh my
The
god.
character looks and acts like an idiot. Oh, and then there's
That's why
Quest
Mother
4,
3 never
which
get a
man by
release.
female clothes
That should never
is
coming
a
out.
sicko. So, do you see the trend yet? Well, it doesn't just stop at cross-dressing characters, and I found that it affects the whole spectrum of
Counterpoint,
LGBT
poison,
life. As a
hot.
recent example, Trevor from GTA 5 is shown to be attracted to the same sex, but he's also shown to be bipolar. So, similar to Alfred Ashford, homosexuals are apparently mentally challenged.
Okay.
Next, we have
Okay, I
a
see
trio
what- I
of
see what he's
female
saying.
characters
Okay.
from Metal Gear Solid: Vamp, Volgin, Rykov. Villain, villain, and villain. Oh, and this one's even a sadist. Speaking of winning
Combo.
combos, Ash from
Thank
Final
you,
Fight
Hideo
3,
Kojima.
villain, and a
Very
blatant
cool.
stereotype.
Monster combo.
Shannara Seneschal is gay, obnoxious, and racist.
Oh, 3-for-1 special.
Wow.
1995's
2 for 1.
Within a Gabriel Knight mystery not only features the longest, most boring title of gaming, but also features Baron von Glauer, homosexual villain, sexually pursuing protagonist Gabriel. He's also a
Is that
werewolf,
Brad
and also
Pitt?
a monster, inhuman.
Killer combo.
Or how about the first non-heterosexual character to ever appear in a video game? Curtis
Me.
Craig from
Damn it.
Phantasmagoria 2.
Phantasmagoria, Midoriya?
Don't
Midoriya?
say
He
no.
also has to be
We couldn't go
SNL.
2 seconds.
In short, sexuality deviating from male-female relations is repeatedly getting equated to mental problems, violence, and being inhuman or some sort of monster.
This is surprisingly mature for a 2014 video.
Gay racist.
Yeah.
Not only
You know
is
what?
Hero Rasputin shown
Good on
as
you,
stereotypically
MatPat.
gay,
Good on you.
note
He is
the
a theater
Marilyn
kid at
Monroe
heart, I
poses and
suppose.
the effeminate biting of
Your
the
Honor.
thumb. His
Bro graduated
I didn't
from
think it was
fucking
gonna be
Harvard.
homophobic, but like also like it was 2014.
We didn't know what it would be.
Time it right, you can go 2 rounds back to back.
I've gone a whole
Joke.
10 years of my life
Honestly,
without
this is
knowing.
no laughing matter. Even more recently, 2010's Red Dead Redemption had Captain Vincente de Santa, again a villain, this time either homosexual or bisexual, alluded to being a child rapist. Upon his defense,
Oh.
Whoa!
a lot of you- But
Oh.
there's more. LGBT LGBT and cross-dressing characters that aren't
Oh, hi,
portrayed in some
Vivian.
negative light get censored in North America.
Oh, the
Vivian
1000-Year
from
Door
Paper
remake
Mario's
could be real
1000-Year
fun.
Door, for example.
Oh,
In the
yeah,
Japanese
this is gonna be
version, the character
really
is a male
fun.
who
We're
identifies as
still
female.
having
He
this
starts the game
problem
as a villain
today.
because of course he does. But after getting abused one too many times by his sisters, joins Mario. A cross-dressing villain gets redeemed. Huzzah! In the English version, all references to Vivian's questionable gender are removed. And again, in 2001, Nintendo removed the possibility for same-sex relationships from The Sims for the Game Boy Advance and DS releases. Perfectly normal, healthy homosexual couples are flat out disallowed. But if you think that's the last of it, don't worry. Some forms of alternative sexuality are okay.
Oh,
While
really?
Street
Nice.
Fighter's Eagle, a confident homosexual man, had all lines alluding to his homosexuality eliminated in English releases, Jury's official profile has no problem saying she likes large breasts. Moving to another fighting game in the Dark Stalkers.
Wait, what? Even I didn't know that shit. What?
Wait, yeah, Jury's bisexual.
I wonder why they would choose to leave the two half-naked
I mean,
female
Jury is not,
vampires Yeah, I got nothing. Mass Effect 2 had no problem.
Yeah, I
with
got
Shepard
literally
sleeping
nothing
with
there.
other Chambers, but is a male Shepard allowed to date the male members of the crew? No. Similar story with Saints Row 4. The Caucasian female protagonist is allowed to be bisexual, while all others are hetero by default. Oh, but don't worry, not all lesbian relationships are okay. Dead
Oh,
Rising
I'm
2
sorry, my
featured
bad.
sisters Crystal and Amber, who were implied to be
Oh.
Again, an
And
example
what
of
the
an
fuck?
uncensored lesbian relationship, but don't worry, the game
Dead
clearly
Rising
says
2.
gay, incestuous villains. I'm sure many of you have already left in the comments Persona or Persona, but that's just
Persona
one story.
4.
Sure, Guilty Gear has Bridget,
Oh, shout out.
Earthbound has Tony,
Oh my-
Mass Effect 3 allowed more
Oh yeah, I
same-sex
keep forgetting
options,
about
and
Tony
games
from
like
Earthbound.
Fable have always been
Wait, what
open to
about Persona
non-heterosexual
4?
pairings, but a few games
Is
Oh,
there
wait.
gay relationships in that game?
Kanji. No.
No.
There
is not.
I haven't played Persona. Are they talking about? I haven't played Persona 4. They're talking about the one. I forgot their name, but like the one character
I think
everyone
they're
says
talking
is
about
trans.
Naruto.
Naruto?
They're not.
Oh, wait, would it also be kanji as well? Because
What do you
Okay,
mean this is a
it's-
good
it's-
video? What do you mean this is a good video releasing in 2014 about this subject?
I didn't think he would actually be, you know, Kanji struggles with his sexuality. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi, Kanji. Oh, hey.
Oh yeah, that there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
And Yosuke. Okay. Yeah.
We just did 3 episodes
What do you
on
mean?
what gamers
MatPat made
Our
a
game
sensitive
companies just
topic
giving us the
video
storylines
about
that
fucking.
heterosexual male gamers are
Well,
comfortable
well,
playing
this,
all
yeah,
over
this video was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I really thought this was gonna be one of the worst ways to start. This was surprisingly
all this heavy discussion
just
started because I wanted to do a fun
normal?
video on a guy in a dress. Anyway,
Thank you,
Surprisingly.
MatPat, for being normal.
But hey,
Man,
that's
what a-
just
The theory.
Okay.
Okay.
A gay
Thanks for
theory.
watching.
Man, what a really neat video about a really timely subject. I'm sure this situation has improved even a little bit in the 10 years since this video released.
Oh god, it has been 10 years.
Alright, I just shuffled and this is the first one I got on the playlist. I don't know if we want to do this one or
Mario is a communist. Let's not even go by the.
Though I will say, I would like to make one joke about that video. Him, the stamps that he put like racist. that was kind of funny.
Incestuous.
Gamer.
Chat,
Racist.
give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, chat.
I don't even know.
2 seconds.
Like, I'm just genuinely impressed.
Considering this was like, because 2014 was like right in the middle of Gamergate, right?
It's not. It was right before the start. It was right before the start.
So like that. So like, man, it really did only get worse from that video. Well, not only
All
get
downhill
worse, but like it didn't only get worse, but it mostly got worse. Now at least there are games that don't portray them like that. But like
but it's not much better.
But it's mostly just indie games, which is fair, and that's fine. But like, anytime a game that isn't an indie game does it, everyone gets really mad.
Poor Horizon.
Not even just Horizon, but mostly Horizon.
Chat, I'm back. You can finally see me open
Or
my
Last of
Diet
Us.
Pepsi. Please sponsor me. Ha 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 ha.
Or Last of Us, or
Pepsi will not
Vivian Paper
They
Mario.
will. They'll sponsor me. They'll sponsor me, Jesse.
Bridget guilty here.
Hold up, chat. Get the.
Hell,
together.
I'll even lump this in. The fucking booster thing from the
Get some sips,
Mario
Jack. Get some
RPG
Get
remake
some sips.
caught some flack.
Get some sips.
Like when Mario and like in the Mario RPG remake, there was a scene where like Booster and Bowser
I missed
kissed
this.
Mario.
Discourse. How you doing, BB?
Do they not realize
And they were like, Mario,
in game
Mario is gay.
Comrades, 'cause it's time to
Is
celebrate the
Mario
true Soviet
gay?
hero.
Hey, I got a sticky.
Hello, Internet. Well,
I become a-
It's really interesting that I'm watching these because I never watched Game Theory growing up, and now
What was your
Man.
life? I'm kidding.
it was like most of the other big people around that time, like Jacksepticeye and shit like that.
I barely
and
watched
the fact
any
that
Jacksepticeye.
Super Mario Brothers 3 may actually be a stage play. Then coming up in a few
And,
weeks,
like,
I plan on
Rooster
looking at what the
Teeth
series
shit
is about
and, like,
fun
that
and
stuff.
mechanics, because, you know, we didn't get enough of that during the BioShock Infinite episode. But while all this may
booty.
be shocking, it pales in comparison
Get
to
me in
today's
this
topic,
VC.
that Mario
Do I have
is
you
a
on Discord,
communist
VV?
sympathizer. Trust me,
Hold up.
when loyal theorist Deadly Sin asked
Three,
me to look
right?
into
That's-
this at
hold
the
up.
SGC.
Wait, hold up. Do I have you on fucking Discord, BB?
Well, let me see what this
Uh-huh.
looks like with the black background.
I
Damn it, I only have 30 minutes
believe
left.
I do.
Damn, wait, hold up. This kind of looks dope.
Anyway, while we're waiting,
Matt was skeptical until I discovered
No more waiting,
everything from Mario's design.
I was gonna
to
talk about
Don't tell me to
Power
wait,
World.
bitch.
Japan's political history
Oh, Power World.
points
Yeah,
in
that
the
shit's gonna be
direction of our
ass, but I will be
platforming
there.
plumber being a comrade
No,
from
this
the
shit's gonna be fire.
motherland.
It's on Game Pass, and
Mario,
we're all gonna be
Jumpman,
playing
Mario
multiplayer
more
together
Russian
day
than
one.
Dolph Lundgren
Absolutely.
in Rocky 4. We're done
Dude, I will
stalling.
literally-
Time to find out.
Dude, I will
Stalling?
Who didn't
Okay.
understand the epic rap
What?
Oh.
finale?
No, that's two different
Stalling?
guys.
2-minute
Okay.
refresher for your Russian
Mine has a
history.
What did you
G in it.
do?
Leading up to
I wonder
World
what
War
Joseph
I was a
Stalling has
difficult
done.
time for Mother
Joseph
Russia.
What did you do
Stalling.
to Joseph
Oh,
Stalling?
they're literally about to talk about it.
Millions and millions of rubles.
Yeah, open range.
Ruble notes.
I
And this
forget I have
caused
him.
massive inflation. The prices for food skyrocketed, quadrupling in the span of 4 years. But
Not
workers
$1
saw
for some
no
Papa
change
Ramen
in pay,
chicken.
meaning that no one could actually afford to feed themselves. It literally
this is
took
No,
wheelbarrows
Stalling.
of money to pay for one loaf of bread. Poor sanitation, dangerous work conditions, hours of slave labor that afforded them
cooking.
nothing. You could see how people were angry, and they were angry.
My Discord
at
is in my
the
Twitter,
king.
bro. Let me
Well,
in.
Russia's case,
Alright,
the
BB.
Tsar.
Alright, BB. Let me add you on Discord
I'm
real
cooking,
quick. I'll
bro.
get you in. Hold up.
Okay, we actually get to talk about
Hey,
Power
man.
World now.
Yeah, go
Dude,
ahead.
Power World's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Power World is going to be terrible, but I will be there. I will be
No,
there.
no. I think it's gonna be the best game released in January. Easy.
No.
What else is coming out?
Alright, BB. Accept that.
We're getting Prince of Persia. We're getting Tekken 8.
Mid.
We're getting Like a Dragon Infinite
Mid.
Wealth.
Mid.
Another Code Recollection, I guess.
Mid. Nah. Pals World. Nah, pull up gameplay
Alright.
of Pals World, Your Honor. Show that peak on stream.
We're in.
Okay, we're calling.
Alright, VV, pop in.
And then they call my phone like, "What's up, Danger?"
Oh, there you are. There's VV.
Can't believe in 10 weeks Matthew Pat will be murdered live on stream.
No,
Not Matthew
Wait, what?
Patthew.
Matt-
No, I
It's
Patrick
Twitter.
Pat either. Oh my god.
Anyway, will
Hey, I'm
you be
supposed to-
there for
hey, I'm
Pal
supposed to-
World?
Bro, I don't have like an Xbox.
Ah,
You have a PC?
Do you have a PC?
Yeah. Wait, is it on
Yeah,
PC?
you can get Game Pass for PC or on Steam.
yeah, touch on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you gotta get on. You gotta get on Power World, VV.
Finally, Pokemon Legends Arceus feels good.
That's what I'm
Yo,
saying.
I'll kill you, but like, yeah.
No,
Can't
I
tell me if
love
I'm right.
PLA. I love it.
Yeah.
I
You better
assumed,
watch out.
yes.
Listen, it gave me Hisui and Sneasel. That's all I could have asked for.
That's true.
Everyone from the working class
Fucking silly
proletariat to the
guy.
rich bourgeoisie shares the wealth. This was the teachings
What's he
of
playing
Marx.
Newport City?
They're playing Porky.
Is that really him? Wow, he looks like a cross
fucking
between
Port
socialism and
City
Santa
theme.
Claus. To the fed-up Russians, a system in which
Why are they all
everyone
here?
shares the wealth seemed pretty good. And on November 7th of 1917, the October Revolution, you
Of
can probably
course.
Insane, because this man taught me what plasma was in 3rd grade, and I'm just supposed to accept that
He
he's
was there
gone.
for me.
times during your high school career,
Ah,
there
that's-
are 3 important concepts
Matt
to
Pat
know.
was there for me
Lenin,
when no one else
Stalin,
was.
Trotsky.
If teachers
This
just
one
started
led the
making
Bolshevik
videos
Party
like
in October
MatPat
Revolution
did,
and did a lot to
they would
transform
actually be
Russia
able
into
to
a
teach.
socialist state before he was taken down by the
True.
Sith. After his
Hey.
death, this one got screwed over, exiled, and assassinated by this one, who took power, screwed everything up, and was responsible for nearly 20 million deaths via his secret police, famines, and purges. To put Stalin's actions in
Just like
perspective,
me.
compare him to Hitler, whose Holocaust
You
so
caused
true.
over 20 million deaths?
Any
What?
way you slice it, not nice guys. And that
Listen,
More
it's a
than
long
Hitler?
story.
everything you need to know to understand this episode and pass the Russian unit in World
He
War II.
Oh, it's
committed
only
genocide.
20 million, sorry.
Mario possibly be seen
What do you
as
mean
communist
only
propaganda?
20
I'll
million?
slap my buns and
I
call
mean,
me
it's
Joseph
only
Stalin.
20
We're
million.
going to
Fucking rookie numbers, bro.
It could have
for
been
what he
worse.
really is.
That
start
is
with
true.
his
I have
design.
done worse.
What color is
Oh.
Mario most associated with?
What?
Red.
What?
Oh yeah,
Never
keep on
wondered
forgetting
why
your
red
stalling.
was
What-
chosen? The
My
classic
fault,
story
original
is that it was
gangster.
to contrast against the blue background, which would make sense
In
if
Minecraft,
red
in
was
Minecraft.
truly the color opposite of blue, but it's not.
Nah.
On any color wheel,
What do you think
Uh-huh.
Matt
You can
Pat's
do your own
dirty
thing.
talk was?
across from blue, and orange has just as
'Cause,
many
like-
shades of red, if not more, in the NES color palette.
It's like
How
Oliver
much
exists,
orange is
right?
used in
And
the
I'm just
game?
like,
Next to none. How much red
how
was
did
used?
Matt Pat
A lot.
do that?
Back in the
You
real
know?
world, communism
Do
was
what?
also
Make a deck?
strongly associated with red,
Get a
known as
kid,
the
I
Red
guess.
Threat, the Red Scare, the Red
Yeah, but that
Terror.
implies
Then there's Fireflower
fucking
Mario,
Matthew
who had
Patrick
all
fucked a
red and
woman.
white. If he wasn't sporting
I think
the
he did.
communist colors
I don't think
before,
that's
Yeah.
completely
Oh my.
red and white.
Okay, think of how he looks.
Bolshevik
Think of how
party,
he
but
looks.
it's not just
He,
Yeah.
he looks like Marvel's
The
Spider-Man.
hat.
I don't think that's
Isn't it
completely
Mario's hat
unrealistic.
just so happens
Yeah,
to
no.
a similar
Dude.
shape and
Oh
The beagle
my
looking guy.
fucking
Oh
god.
my
communism's most
God.
infamous leader? Perhaps. I mean, it is.
It's a
bit
weird
odd
thought that he
Mario's
did,
hat
but,
and
like, it's
Stalin's
not
both have a
unbelievable.
circle in the front with a signature logo, but we can pass
Alright.
that off as happenstance. How about that facial hair?
I'm
though?
getting
Is
bullied.
it also
In
a
Elden Ring.
coincidence that Mario's
Matt Pat when he
mustache
sees
looks like it
any
was
hat
directly
ever.
ripped off the face
Yo.
of someone in contention for the world.
Shit, must be communist.
Man?
Fuck!
Shit.
Three, a good
Shigeru
Not
Miyamoto in the
again.
designing room
Mario is
to
mustache.
recreate Joseph Stalin in video game
Looking
form.
at character design, let's not forget one of the recurring villains of the Mario franchise, Wario.
Sonic!
Wario was created as the
What?
anti-Mario, am I right? And what are the two
You said it with
things
such
Wario is known
enthusiasm.
for? Being 10 feet tall. Shut up. Being fat and being greedy. He's a walking American stereotype, an overweight capitalist pig who eats way too much and loves
Oh, he
money.
might be
Just look
right
at his
on this
games.
one.
They're all about collecting treasure, accumulating coins, gaining...
Remember
Yeah, especially
Wario
how
Land,
xenophobic
guys?
Japan is,
Wario
yeah.
Land. The
Yeah.
better endings give
Remember
you
Wario
bigger
World?
houses, and
I
achievement being
have
tied to
dodged
material
Wario
wealth
Universe.
is as American as apple pie. Wario's the bougie fat cat counterpoint to our proletariat plumber. And let's look at that for a second, shall we? What is Mario exactly? A plumber who started off as a carpenter, both working class, physical labor positions that define members of the Communist Party. However, this was a political movement responding to the mistreatment of the working class by the exclusionary upper classes. Meaning that
Okay, Pikachu. Alright, how are you doing though,
We're
bro?
looking at
How are you
Mario's
doing,
proletariat
Pikachu?
predilection. What's his signature weapon again? Oh, that's right. Hammers.
Bro,
Need I say
imagine
more? If only Magus
you're
had
working at
these days, then
Walmart,
we'd
someone
have the
hands you one of those.
Communist toolkit. But that's not all, dear theorists. What's the goal of Super Mario Brothers? To overthrow a king, King Koopa.
Oh
and what was the
my
role of the Russian
God.
Revolution?
Holy
To
fuck.
overthrow a king, Tsar Nicholas II.
No.
And what do you do at the end of every level in
Why-
Mario?
why is
Rip
Magus
down
there?
a flag. At the end of every level, Mario tears down a flag to raise his own, a red star on a white background. No, that's not a hostile Macy's takeover, my friends. That's Mario raising the
Macy's?
symbol of his Soviet brethren. Along with the hammer
God.
and sickle, the red star was the other emblem of the Communist Party, specifically of the Red Army, with the 5 points of the star meant to represent the 5 fingers of the Communist
like in a tree.
worker's hand. And what's on that flag Mario tears down? Is that a pixelated green peace sign? So
That's a
according to
skull!
Mario, it's down
That's a
with
skull!
the people,
Your
the
Honor,
people
let him
of
cook.
Dude,
Mario.
Matt
Let's
Pat
take
thought
a
he was
break.
cooking so hard.
Grandma, let him cook. He's
Bro
still in
thinks
the...
he's
Speculation
cooking.
has always gone
I
on.
think I've unironically seen the fucking Freebirds video, and they just assumed that was an over-exaggeration of what his videos are like.
was
No,
just Yeah, that was
It's
just like
ex-
2014 Matt Pat.
It's just spot on.
This poisonous mushroom has been used throughout history for its ability to cause hallucinations. And you know where in the world it's found? Siberia,
Oh my
aka the eastern half of
Chat.
Mother Russia.
Gonna eat
But
one of these.
seriously, if you're
Whoa!
questioning Mario's loyalty, stop to consider the development of the game.
No
If
way!
Super Mario were developed
No way!
there's
Siberia!
no chance of any
Yahoo!
sort of
We're
communist
going to
meeting.
Siberia!
As we all know, Nintendo
Got low budget
is located in
flights.
Japan.
What the
And while
fuck?
Japan may not be a communist
Sorry.
state, the Japanese
No, I was not-
Communist
I
Party
was on
has
screen.
been a strong presence in their election since the
What the fuck?
1950s.
I just looked back!
It was at its strongest in the
Holmes!
1970s and 80s.
Are you getting
when
home
Mario
running?
games were
Still
first being
there!
developed. Of the nearly 50 million votes cast in any given election during that
Oh,
time,
wait.
well
Oh, wait,
over
is it supposed to be a
5
Wiimote and
10%
nunchuck?
go to the Japanese Communist Party. Is it then so difficult to believe that one, maybe two of the people involved in the development of the game could have subtly worked in some of their political beliefs? All it
No.
And you know what they say.
It's not
in Soviet
unbelievable.
Russia,
Are you
That
calling
team of like
Nintendo?
the original Mario Bros was so fucking small. Like
Did he
what?
just call
But hey,
Nintendo
it's
communists?
just- Hold on a sec. Seriously? Mario
Nintendo's
is communist?
based? Question
Come
mark?
on. The green peace sign Mario tears down. clearly
thank you.
skull.
You
If it was
skull.
meant to be a peace sign, there would be
Yeah,
one
as
more
as
green
someone who
pixel at the
like
bottom.
knows how this video ends, it was like
Round look. And while yes, Mario may be overthrowing King Koopa, he's also instating another aristocracy. This one supervised by a mentally unstable princess in pink. Not much of a people's plumber there, huh, Jumpman? Regardless, though, it makes you question, right? So, is
You know,
Mario communist?
I just
Maybe he is,
realized what
maybe he
old
isn't.
school
I'll
Matt
leave
Pat
that for
sounds
you to
like.
debate, but from the mushrooms to his enemies,
Buddy,
to the
buddy,
design of the
I'm gonna send you a
character, to
video real
Japanese
quick.
Political history, it's definitely not as ridiculous as it might initially sound, but in the end,
No, I think it's exactly as.
a game
Oh,
theory. Nostrovia.
bloody!
What?
Welcome back to the Super
You were
Roller
there!
I was waiting.
Why was there a record scratch?
Wait.
But in the end,
No, right.
it's just a
That's me!
No, it's a bloody Pikachu. Real.
It's a bloody Pikachu.
Wow.
In Soviet
In game
Russia,
theory.
Pokemon
Nonetheless.
get you.
That's him. That's my favorite white boy.
That's me!
There he is. There's my favorite.
Okay, now
white
let's
boy.
shuffle it again. Just shuffle it again and then go to the end.
Yeah.
Scooby? No, I think this was the video directly after it. This was the video directly after it.
Let's see.
man. I get so many.
No, this is just going in order.
Man, I get so
Hold
many
up,
mobile game ads.
How about you just go back to the playlist and...
And then, yeah.
What the fuck?
The Christmas Crimes of
Christmas-
Santa Claus. Okay, I like this. I like this.
Alright, we're prosecuting a white man.
Maybe we should let him
It's
cook.
Christmas. Everyone is excited for Santa to arrive.
I
Everyone
am.
But MatPat, that is.
I'm cranky and overworked.
He's a theorist with a bone to pick.
Are we
That's-
sure these Christmas cookies were locally sourced?
But the man on top of his naughty list is Santa himself.
When was the last time these elves got a lunch break? Do these stairs not have railings? Why is no one in this factory wearing PPE?
That is
I'm
true, he
calling
is
no
raising a
shot.
good
Will
point.
one grumpy theorist be able to stop Christmas from coming? Or will he learn that Santa is the biggest victim of all? It's a holiday story for
Oh,
the
shit, fuck it
ages.
up,
A
Santa.
big
Why is
Just
deal
dance.
here
Why
at
is he
Christmas.
Fortnite
Rated
emoting?
Shit, Santa, fuck it
starting
up.
now.
Hello,
That is
Internet.
so-
Welcome to Film Theory, the show that guarantees you'll be placed
You have
on
no
the watch
idea
list
how
if
much
you
I
hit
wish
the
that that
subscribe
MatPat
button.
Christmas
Tracing
movie
back
was
to the 4th
real.
century, the myth of Santa
I would
Claus has
watch
changed
that
a
so
lot with
quickly.
the times. Over the centuries, Santa has undergone the most dramatic glow-up ever, starting off as a kindly 4th century bishop named Nicholas who lived in what's now modern-day Turkey, and transforming into a jolly bearded man who wears a red suit, lives in the North Pole, and stuffs himself down chimneys so he can deliver toys and eat all your cookies. It is quite the poke evolution. Anyway, from those beginnings, his modern mythos has been solidified by holiday classics like Miracle on 34th Street, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and of course,
Oh,
Santa Claus Conquers the
Poor that
Martians.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Leading us inevitably to the 1994 film The Santa Claus,
Boo.
as well as its 2 sequels,
Boo.
which,
Lives
as I
into
think
my
people
dark
misspelled
reality.
Claus for the better part of 2 decades,
Look
also
into my
acts as
dark
the most
reality.
in-depth look into the inner workings of his
You'll never
North Pole
understand it.
operation ever. And what these movies reveal is how shockingly dark it all is. I mean, the idea of Santa was always pure and simple, and nobody ever really stopped to think about the labor force of the elves. But here in 2021, we're more aware than ever as to the plight of employees and their working conditions. The workforce and our understanding of it has come a long way since Santa was popularized. So today, I wanted to put Santa under
You're
some
gonna abuse
scrutiny.
those workers.
How are his
You're gonna
working
work triple
conditions up
overtime.
north? Do they meet
You're
by
not stopping
modern-day
me.
safety standards? And with people leaving their jobs en masse
Santa
this year,
definitely
should the
does
elves
tax
be
fraud,
next?
by the
Is the
way.
ultimate supply shortage going to be coming from the North Pole itself, as Santa has job vacancies resulting after centuries of elf mistreatment? Well, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. This one's a doozy. In the Santa Claus movies, we learn a lot about the elf workforce in the North Pole. They're an immortal-ish race of workers who've been around since before the commercialization of Christmas and electricity, and even toys as we know them.
Toys have to be delivered. I'm not gonna do it. It's not my job. I'm just an elf.
We hear in the Santa Claus 3 The Escape
I was
Clause
good here
that
on the
they're
road
just
till we
an
get to
army
the
of
Santa Claus
toy-building
High
yes men
Nova.
working
It's
for the
me,
big
I'm
man,
real.
Santa
Hi.
himself.
Who's in charge?
You are.
And from there, for
We're
the
all way
rest of the
back.
entire series,
We're
the
all way
elves
back.
are literally
That's 10
always
subs.
working.
You
As
gotta-
soon as
you
one
guys gotta
Christmas is
start
over, They
gifting.
immediately start prepping for the next
No,
one without even
you
having
do
the
it for
luxury of a coffee
free.
break.
Excuse me.
No.
Are we on a...
We should
Yes.
I gotta turn BB up.
Can I
Coffee
fucking
break?
get this
We don't
faster?
drink coffee.
Then I guess...
No, you don't want to turn me up. Trust me, that's background noise.
Mentality to have in the workplace. In 1970, the
No, this
occupational
one's
safety
great,
and
I
health
think.
industry
I just
was
haven't been
so
talking. It's
great.
fine.
No, we
No.
know.
No, I'm into my own
Targets
thing.
in the U.S. and they've
No,
been
I'm into
pretty
my
darn
own thing.
successful at that, as they've reduced workplace deaths by 50% since being introduced. So what would OSHA have to say about the elves' insane work hours? Nothing, actually. OSHA doesn't regulate workplace breaks. That's actually governed by the Fair Labor Standards Act. So what does it say? Nothing
know that,
again,
actually.
but nothing in a different
I
way.
also
You
did
see,
not
it
know
doesn't
that.
require employers to
You
give
haven't even
breaks to their
updated the
employees.
goal
It
yet? Well, we have to
does say
also
that
hit
any
Mario
employer
Wonder.
making
It's a
employees
separate
pull more than
goal. It's
40
the
hours is
DLC
required
goal.
to give them overtime pay, provided they're making less than $47,476 per year. But as
You
far
can
as
do
total
both,
working
Jack.
You got a
hours break,
DLC
nothing
goal?
actually governs that. If you're an employee, you're working
it's
at
a
will
side
based
quest.
on
thought
your
you were
job
bloody
standards, unless, of course,
Pikachu,
you're
not bloody Wario.
so the long
Jesus.
hours being pulled by the
No.
elves doesn't seem like it's going to cause a big issue.
A
up
side
there.
quest,
But
he
even though
says.
OSHA
Yeah,
doesn't
side
limit
quest,
total
yeah.
working
Chat,
hours,
you
it
gotta
does have
unsub.
safety standards.
No,
Things like
please.
needing to provide basic protection.
Oh, I thought that was in December. I only think,
As quick as you can!
Like eye shields and hard hats.
I think
And, as
I'll
we hear in
keep
Santa
sub
Claus
goals
3, many
until
Santa's
you guys
workspaces
hit
are
them,
just
and then
currently
I'll
not
just
up to code.
refresh
This
every
is
time
not
we
up
hit
to
a sub
code,
goal.
this building.
I think
He's not wrong
that's
there
how we'll
either.
do
Taking
them
a look
instead
at
of doing
facilities,
them
you'll notice that there
monthly.
aren't any guardrails installed to keep the elves safe from oncoming trains. Various
everyone
cables
sub.
hang around that could easily zap unsuspecting workers, and when fires break out in the third film, there aren't adequate sprinklers to take care of them. Also, I should probably mention the
Is it just me, or does he like talk in ×2 speed?
Rulebook, but employers preventing
No, I
evil
think that's
robot
true.
uprisings,
Definitely.
I'd say it's kind of implied. Now, while I could go on and list more of the infractions off and the
It's like, it's understandable, but he talks so quickly.
Santa is free to do whatever
He talks at
misdeeds he wants for
the
one
normal
reason and
ADHD
one reason
pace, and I
alone,
think that's
the
good
fact
enough.
that his factory is in the North Pole. OSHA's jurisdiction
Actually, guys, I might need to check out
states
early.
and other U.S. territories. The North
So
Pole,
you're
meanwhile, has
popping
no
out,
recognized
installing,
government.
take care.
It exists in
Yeah,
international
I'm sorry.
waters, even
Why are
though
you
Russia
you're good, bro. Have a good
and
one.
Canada have all tried
Yeah.
to stake a claim for it. As a result, the only rules and regulations that it needs to follow are those coming directly from the United Nations. Specifically, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea from 1982. Based on these laws of the sea, the only way any authority can come in and mess with Santa's business is if they can prove that Santa is threatening the elves and forcing them into labor. Which, gotta admit, despite the insane hours and dangerous work conditions, never really seems to be the case for the elves in the workshop. I mean, motivational lines like this
All I want to see is busy worker tushies.
are probably cause for an HR lawsuit, but it never seems like there's any sort of forced labor going on up there. Unless, of course, you're talking about Santa himself. Big twist time, friends!
Uh-oh.
You see, the only one being forced into labor by Santa's workshop is, ironically enough, Santa himself.
I think my-
In case you've forgotten the plot of this movie, our
About
protagonist,
Crash.
Scott Kelvin, surprises
Oh.
Santa one night, causing him to fall off an icy roof and die. When examining the body, Scott uncovers a note
Oh.
that tells him to put on the iconic red coat. He does it, which, unbeknownst to him, locks him in as the world's new Santa.
So when you put on the suit, he fell subject to the Santa Claus. Here.
The Santa Claus?
A clause, as in the last line of a contract. And putting on the suit and entering the sleigh, the wearer waives any and all rights to any previous identity, real or implied, and fully accepts the duties and responsibilities of Santa Claus.
What does that mean?
It means you put on the suit, you're the big guy.
That is really fucked up in practice.
Okay?
Now, this business card right here is just outright contract fraud.
Imagine
In
having
order to have
a
legally
loving
binding
family,
contract,
and then
you
you're
need
just
4
Santa
key
Claus.
components. First,
Like,
an
that's
offer
fucked
and
up.
acceptance.
I don't wanna be
Someone
Santa
offers
Claus.
to do X in exchange for
He's
Y, and the other
stupid.
person agrees.
Yeah, all 'cause he
mutual
killed a
assent,
man
basically
in
just
cold
meaning that everyone
blood.
is cool with
Yeah,
their
I just
Like,
want
come
to kill
on,
people in
if I'm
peace.
gonna
I
kill
don't
a
have to be
man, I don't
Santa.
have to be
Both
Santa.
parties are
Like, come
signing
on.
I just want to
under
kill
an
people.
You
in
wanna kill that motherfucker? He was on top of my house.
or being misled.
It was self-defense, I swear.
Consideration just refers to the exchange of something of value from one party in return for the promise
Get
of
it,
service
Miss
provided by
Sled?
another. And the Santa
I'm sorry.
Claus, spelled with an E, breaks pretty much each and every one of these things. First, there is no assent to there being a contract.
I don't know,
In
man.
fact,
Imagine
Scott
all
has
the
no
milk and
idea
cookies you
there's a
get for
contract
free,
on
but
this
that's like
thing.
all
The
of
fact
you
that it's designed
you'd
to look
eat,
like
bro.
a business
Like,
card and that you need a super magnifying glass to read the clause makes
What's
it
the
almost
salary, though?
immediately fraudulent. From there, he's
I don't think he
clearly
gets
not giving his
paid.
consent. For the better part of the first hour of the movie, he is constantly denying the fact that he's Santa Claus. And lastly,
Does he
there's
have a
no
limited
exchange of
budget?
consideration. He puts on the suit to become Santa, and what? He basically
I
becomes an
guess.
indentured servant for his entire life. He gets nothing in return. There is only take by the elves in the North Pole. So not only is he tricked into signing his life away, he must then endure these massive unwanted changes to his body as he transforms into the quote-unquote ideal version of Santa Claus. That is not okay. There is no consent here. Also, his heart apparently beats upwards of 140 times per minute as it plays Jingle Bells on repeat. what's even weirder is that Jingle Bells was written in the
Problem
1850s,
is his elves
which
pay
makes me wonder
taxes
what
or
songs
something.
the
I don't
early
know.
Santas had
They
playing
better
in their
run their
chests. I'm
pockets, bro. They
assuming it
just
was
enslaved
Gregorian
him.
chants. But perhaps worst of all is that he's now alienated from human society. He is deemed unfit to continue as a part of his family, and he has to leave everyone he loves in order to work 24/7 up at the
There
North
we
Pole.
go.
Put yourself in the place of Scott's ex-wife, who is justifiably concerned that her former husband has gained 100 pounds overnight, has grown a beard, and is pretending to be Saint Nick. I mean, that is justifiable cause for concern, and as such, she works to suspend his visitation rights to their son. And then the elves encourage him to basically kidnap his son.
Please, can I go, Bernard? It's okay with me.
Bernard, despite undergoing the Santa training process with multiple other Santas in the past, continues to egg Scott on and assist in taking his kid away from his mother and stepdad for a full month without their consent. If I were to guess, Bernard did this because he knew that it would cause Scott's life to be in a shambles from this point forward. He is now wanted for kidnapping, and as such will have to remain at the North Pole in order to work. As Bernard says earlier in the film,
You leave tomorrow morning. You have 11 months to get your affairs in order, and you're due back here Thanksgiving.
and when Scott doesn't do that, Bernard swoops in to close it out for him. And wouldn't you know, the police do send out dozens of cops to hunt Scott down, which leads to Scott being imprisoned. Sure, there's a special forces branch of elves that helps to free Scott, but this only makes things worse because now it means that Scott is an escapee from jail, which you know is gonna remain on his record. And the contracts only get worse from there in the sequels. If you thought that the first contract was fraudulent, wait until you see the Mrs. Clause, which requires pretty much an electron microscope to read.
Card holder acknowledges woman of his choosing. I gotta get married!
Yeah, when Scott agreed to this, it was totally a consensual contract between all parties involved. In the Santa Claus 2, we learned that there's apparently a Mrs.
I've
Claus,
not
with an E,
seen
which forces Scott to
2.
find a
I've only
wife
seen
in
1 and
28
3.
days.
I have no
Otherwise,
idea what
Christmas is
happens
just
in
gone and
this
forgotten.
movie.
So Scott has to revert back to Tim Allen form and tricks a headstrong middle school principal named Carol to become his wife. The proposal scene here
Oh,
just
that's
hurts so
fucked
much
up.
because Carol is forced to say yes in front of an army of elves who know that she has to say yes or risk the end of Christmas. And if all this 40-day fiancé-esque behavior wasn't cancel-worthy enough, Santa then goes and does the exact same thing that happened to him. He drags her away from her home and essentially makes her break off all contact with her family because the secret of Christmas needs to be kept.
And I'm sure you have a perfectly good reason for shutting us out of your life.
Which, as we see in part 3, causes Carol to, go figure, become horrifically depressed. So we've got both our Mr. and Mrs. Claus,
God
both
damn,
being
bro.
trapped to fill their Christmas-time roles. But to add insult
Movies
to
are
injury
fucked
in
up.
true capitalist dystopia form, Santa is an employee who just doesn't matter. Santa is expendable. Normally in most Santa Claus films, like the Christmas Chronicles or Elf, Santa's this immortal deity who runs the North Pole. However, in the Santa Claus movies, he's a figurehead who can, and has, died repeatedly only to be unceremoniously swapped out. In the third film, we learn that there have been at least 50 Santas before Scott. Santa dying
Jesus
is not
Christ.
an infrequent occurrence in this universe. And
They really ain't
death
playing
of
with the
Santa would
Santa
be a big
shit.
deal for the
Santa
elves,
shit's
but no, when
serious.
Scott
God
kills off the
damn.
prior iteration
How
of Santa
dangerous
in
is
the
this
original
job?
movie,
Damn.
no one bats an eye. None of the elves say hi to him or ask what happened to the other Santa. In fact, the elves actively sass him.
Pointy shoes that are underneath.
And if anything, they look annoyed that they have to deal with a newbie on the job. In short, Santa is a figurehead at the mercy of the elves, caught up in a system where he has no control. And all of this is without even mentioning the mysterious disappearances of the former Mrs. Clauses. The Mrs.
Right,
Clauses
where did they
all Santas
go?
are bound by, after all. The prior Santa had to have a family too. So what happened to the former Mrs. Claus when Santa died? Suspicious
Unrelated, but what
much?
should I
Remember
name
how I
this
said that the
dog
only way a
trio?
toy workshop in the North Pole could get in trouble is if it was forcing people to work against their
Name it
will? Well,
Steve.
it's not the elves
Name it
that need the
Steve.
help, it's Santa. Santa is a prisoner in his own workshop. The elves entrap Scott into an illegal and fraudulent contract. Scott's body is abused against his will. Any goodwill that Scott once had with society and his family is systematically ruined by the elves. He's forced into marriage as a part of his job, and all of it for no compensation. And while
This
the
is
movies try to play this off
crazy.
as a positive thing, like, oh, look at Scott discovering the magic
Oh,
of
no way.
Christmas, it's not. As
Like,
even
this
in
is
the
crazy
third
and, like,
movie,
the-
after Scott
what
has been
the
a
actual
Santa for
fuck-
quite some time, he
How-
still
how-
regrets all
This is
of
the
it.
actual plot of the movie?
If this was even
Oh,
worth
there's
it.
BB.
Wish I'd never put that red coat on. I wish I never became
This
Santa.
should
In this
sound
world,
crazy.
it's not
This should
Santa
sound like
that's the evil employer, it's the elves. They're the ones that need to get those OSHA violations. So
Damn
someone
you,
call
Link.
the UN. We need
Elf
to defend some
McDig.
workers'
True,
rights up
true,
north.
yes.
This year, don't leave cookies out on the plate for Santa Claus. Leave the phone number to a helpline. But hey, that's
God damn,
just
bro.
a theory. A film
That's
theory.
bars, honestly.
And Merry Christmas. Give the gift
Merry
that keeps on giving
Christmas,
this
even though
holiday
it's
season a
January.
subscription to the channel. It's free, and you'll get the gift of a new...
Alright. How long have we been going? Over an hour, damn.
Fuck.
Alright, let's see what... The disturbing lore of Lily's Garden. Alright, this is one of those
No
mobile
idea what that
games.
is.
Like, hold up. I'm sure he'll show one in the video.
Ow.
Let me pull up an ad from this game. Hold up. Let me pull up the ad.
Hello.
You've had to have seen
Rough
the ads
idea.
from somewhere.
I cannot wait for Tygosaurus in the future.
Hold up.
Oh my god, this game? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
this
yep, I know
game.
exactly.
Alright,
Oh,
yeah.
no
Yeah,
one.
this is that game.
By the way, look at my thing.
Look at what? Yo,
Alright.
yo, Key to Area, Second Sauce Kage, how y'all doing, bro? How y'all doing? What did you say, Kage?
Look at stream.
Look at stream. What?
I think I've been streaming for like a couple.
Oh, okay.
It's almost done.
Alright.
After I do that stupid cape. I hate.
Oh,
the
not Josh. Have a good one,
stupid-
bro. Take care, Josh.
Take care.
Matthew, what are you doing? It's late.
I know, it's just after a long day of theorizing, I needed to unwind with a mindless mobile game, you know?
Are
Do you think this is an
Lily's
actual real
Garden?
conversation?
Isn't that that
they
game
have?
that's like random tile matching with those crazy ads?
What do you
know,
mean,
I think that would be
crazy
really funny.
ads?
Ugh.
Huh, that does seem really
What the
random.
fuck?
Wonder if there's actual lore there.
It's probably just a marketing ploy.
Good night.
Anyway, Steve the Dutch Trio is now a sacrifice for the next gen.
Motherfucker.
Matthew!
I need to know, Stephanie! Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that isn't afraid to get down and dirty with hidden lore. And I know what you're all thinking. Why?
And the
Why
dark
on
rumors
earth
are
am
everywhere,
I
bro.
choosing
Yeah.
to talk about the random tile-matching
sure
mobile
are.
game Lily's
They sure
Garden?
are.
The new Ratchet and Clank just released. There's a new Horizon game on the horizon. We've even got 2 new Pokemon games that have plenty to theorize about. So why Lily's Garden? Gotta be honest,
I like
hadn't
new
really ever heard
Pokemon
about this
Snap.
game until we did our episode on why mobile games
You
might be
cannot
illegal.
do any
In that
theorizing
episode,
on
we talked
Snap
about potential false
at all.
advertising used by mobile games, and all of a sudden my comment section and my Twitter blew up with requests for Lily's Garden. I'm surprised he hasn't done a Lily's Garden lore series yet, said Sleep More on YouTube. When is the Lily's Garden episode? We need to know what's going on, said D Stewart 970 Dell on Twitter. You should do an episode on Lily's Garden ads. The timeline is more complex than FNAF. Eldritch Midnight on Twitter. More
Nuh-uh.
complicated than FNAF, you say? I was skeptical, but I was also intrigued. You guys know that I can't resist that sweet, juicy hidden lore, so I started looking into it, but then I got busy with other projects and it just kind of fell to the bottom of the pile. That was until Bijou Mike called us out in his video reacting to our Grubhub episode. And would you look at that, we've suddenly come full circle. The fires of theory were burning again, and I got to work. So here we are. Don't say I don't do anything for you. As I said earlier, Lily's Garden is a surprise, tile matching mobile game.
No
These
way.
minigames earn you currency in the game, which in this case are stars. And with them, you get to redesign Lily's new estate from its building to its, you guessed it, gardens. But the reason we're all here is not because this is the game of the century, it's because of
How's
the
it going, chat?
ads. That's right, this is the part of Lily's Garden that set the internet ablaze. There's drama, there's heartbreak, there's sexual implication, all the things that keep us going back to those trash TV reality shows. This game is using to draw us in, and boy, am I in it now. But something bothered me. It's the same thing that was bothering most of you, which was why you kept asking me to make a theory on this thing. There is no obvious timeline. The official YouTube channel, Lily's Garden Confusing Universe, tells you that just with the name alone. alone, but in their description they explain that the episodes are coming out, quote, not in any particular order. Even in the description of the video How Could He, they say, quote, we'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that you have no idea when this took place. As one of the channel's most recent videos, this implies, to me at least, that no one has yet figured out the order of events correctly, and that sounds like a challenge, one that I accept. Today, dear theorists, we are going to solve the mystery of Lily's Garden confusing universe and make it once and for all the Lily's Garden solved timeline. As the name implies, this story is about Lily. There's probably a joke there about how it's also about her garden, but we're not going to get demonetized over that, so we're just going to move right along. Every character we meet is intrinsically entwined in Lily's life. There's her mom Holly, her ex-fiancé Blaine, her neighbors Luke and Rachel, and her best friends Regina and Whitney. Some of these characters have drastic impacts on the timeline, others are there just for filler, but as any good theorist knows, nothing is ever just filler. So with everyone introduced, let's get started. In the video, all of
Nothing
one
is
day,
ever
we're
just
introduced to our
filler.
titular character Lily and the life that she leads. To put it simply, it's a bit of a mess. She's living in a rundown home, as evident by the mirror falling off the wall, the dirty, ripped wallpaper, and in a later video, we see she hasn't even gotten a table for her TV. It just sits on a moving box. From this, we can tell that she recently moved. But why? To start fresh? To be closer to her mom? Or simply to find the one thing that drama relies on? Love. It's never really made clear by the videos. What is made clear is that Lily doesn't have
Hey y'all, I'm just fucking up again.
Help of her mother Holly. Lily tries to make the best of her situation, taking yoga classes.
There was an incident. Yeah, called an open flame.
What the fuck?
That we've come to associate with them. Blaine and Lily hit it off.
It's fine. It's fine. I had a fire extinguisher.
Awesome.
Disappointing, but it's fine because
what was the cause of the open flame?
I don't want to disclose that information.
Work with me. However, Lily's life takes a dark turn quickly when her entire
I hope all is okay.
Leading Lily to go to the doctor to terminate it. Notice her feet up in the stirrups, followed by the purchase of a bottle of wine. Big pregnancy no-no right after. Despite this event,
are we still on the fucking Santa Claus video?
No, this is Lily's garden.
By literally everything.
Oh no.
He's kind of the worst. He's self-absorbed, he's a cheapskate, and as we're about to discover, he's also a cheater. Despite all of that, at some point they get engaged. I say some point because there's no clear evidence as to when it happens, but he is noted as being her ex-fiancé, so an engagement does happen, and it helps to explain some of the things that happen later in the story. Lily is ecstatic about her new engagement, only to discover lipstick on Blaine's collar, and eventually catches Blaine in the act with none other than her mom.
Oh my god.
This whole time, Blaine has been cheating with
this is so sad.
Rosa, Lily's mom. It all started when Blaine came over one day to discover Holly doing
I can't believe this.
Which led to an attraction to her assets. We also know Holly given in the video, there's just so much after Lily rejects the idea of getting on with a random
assets.
Yo, I to get a look at those assets.
Oh my god, have you guys ever seen top 10 hottest Sonic female characters?
I have.
We've all seen it.
I fucking love that video so much.
Right? No, apparently that wouldn't lead to an interesting enough story. With their wedding on the line, Lily takes Blaine back. They try to settle into a normal life, but that doesn't sit well with Blaine, being uninterested by couples' activities with their neighbors Luke and Rachel. However, seeing Luke
Why is she trying to get him back? The fuck?
About leaving Blaine and being with Luke, which isn't helped by Luke putting his hand
Girl, drop him!
Whoa, now we've got ourselves a love triangle, friends. Despite Lily's efforts to make her relationship with Blaine work, she once again finds him cheating, this time with a mysterious blonde. But instead of confronting him directly or taking him on a
mysterious blonde,
she takes another approach.
Oh yeah,
again,
the pregnancy testing.
This news causes him to run away. He's not ready for the dad life, but wait, what's this? Lily faked the test. That's right, another plot twist in this riveting soap opera, all designed to promote some random tile-matching mobile game. Blaine is out of her life once and for all, for now at least. This is when we meet Regina and Whitney, Lily's gal pals.
Well, I guess it's not once and for all, Matt.
Yeah.
Fucking
dumbass. was
way,
out
and
of there.
Whitney
God, bro doesn't even proofread his scripts?
Even her
The hell?
documentary has very little to say about her. Anyway, the girls have some fun, get into some trouble, and bond over common interests.
Oh, not the washing machine
But here we are at
ad.
New Year's, and as the new year comes around,
No.
Lily is left
Okay,
with no
this is
tips.
crazy
No
to me
goes
because,
here,
like,
as Regina is currently with the guy
your
from the
stream for me is stuck on a. Oh, okay. Well, as soon as I said that, it jumped a couple.
Oh, awesome.
It's just like on a single frame.
rescue. Blaine is still hooking up with Holly, and Luke is still with his wife Rachel, but not for much longer. Which means it's time to talk about Luke, Lily's neighbor. Sometime after New Year's, Luke has hired a
I like to imagine that, like,
and as he regretfully
MatPat just decides when you get divorced.
Oh my god, dude, they were doing hella positions, bro. Let's hold up, bro.
A private investigator to spy on his wife, and as he regretfully
Bro, I wish I could see this right now.
What is this? The airplane, first of all, is crazy. The airplane.
What?
Into what was that, bro? Hold up. What is going on here?
Bro, they got new meta plays. Like,
what the fuck?
The airplane into the prostate, into the X, into the cross.
Where is like her head supposed to be?
How did they scissor? Like, what?
Does he? Does he have?
You are not Kill a Kill. Why are you scissoring?
Is he trans mask? Does he?
Holy shit!
Does he have a pussy?
Is that another plot twist? Are we getting to that? Yo, don't spoil.
My fault.
Yeah, no wonder she faked the fucking pregnancy test.
Bro, imagine that's what it is. I think that's gotta be what it is.
Of course. I mean, come on.
Girl really said good strap can get you pregnant.
Was not fooling anyone, Rachel. Luke shares this news with Lily, and the two go to a bar to drink their sorrows away. The two hit it off and go back to Lily's place, but wait, there's a knock at the door. Blaine has returned, and despite his cheating, still thinks that he lives there. When Lily invites Luke into the bedroom, Blaine has snuck in through the window and is waiting on the bed trying to win back the battle for Lily. To which the three all look at each other and decide to continue on as planned with the evening's activities. There's a couple videos in there where Luke and Blaine continue to fight for Lily's affection.
What?
Their rivalry seems to lead less to fighting and more toward a blooming bromance, leading them to go on a camping trip together with some not so subtle implications. Unbeknownst to them, Lily sees the whole thing and
homosexual,
she deletes their pictures.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have you guys ever seen the Twitter account Raw Porn Moments?
Blaine proposes to Regina.
Yeah, why?
I recognize this! Oh no!
just play the video. Just play the video.
Oh fuck!
Lily, but Whitney is in love with Regina, and they eventually get together and have a baby. Doesn't really directly impact Lily's story, but it is a heartwarming moment. And then Lily's house burns down. Yep, that's right. Is it a stove burner left on?
What? Okay, they didn't. Okay.
We only really see the aftermath of the disaster when Lily has to leave home and stay with her friendly neighbor, none other than Luke. Now, gotta be honest, it took
dude, oh my fuck, dude, I had such like a panic attack.
And Lily got back together, but the series of videos seems to imply that kind-hearted Luke lets Lily move in until she gets her life back in order. And then just over time, they get comfortable living with each other. Their fallouts are kind of cute, and their cute moments lean toward romance. They definitely have disagreements, but life is about to change in Pregnant Again when Lily lets Luke know that she's got a butt in the oven. Contrasting Blaine, Luke is excited to be a dad, and all the preparations are made. Unfortunately, there's a twist in this fairy tale because there's always a twist in Lily's garden. While Lily is having an ultrasound, she makes a phone call, but the phone is left unanswered next to glasses of wine and some underwear. Luke, how could you? Is what they want us to think, but hold on to your shorts because this is gonna get wild. As Lily makes the final preparations to give birth, she calls the phone one last time. Luke, who's actually on his way to the hospital to see her, is tragically hit by a bus while riding on a moped and subsequently dies.
He died!
Would want us to believe yet again. Turns out Luke is alive, and the man on the other end of the phone this whole time was not Luke, but Blaine. I told you this thing was crazy, but this out of nowhere.
Holy shit!
Blaine was on his way to the hospital because Luke, you are not the father. Lily knows this, and so called Blaine on a few occasions to update him, but he was busy womanizing. He does head to the hospital, but is less than tragically hit by a bus after ruining the lives of countless women. And supporting this theory is none other than the baby itself. itself. Long-term viewers of this channel are going to be familiar with the idea of Punnett squares and how they can help us determine to some degree what features a child
Lily.
can have. We
Bro,
see
he's
that
pulling
Lily's
out the
baby
fucking
is fair-skinned with green
chromosomes!
eyes and strawberry blonde hair.
Lily.
Lily has fair skin, brown eyes, and red hair.
I'm
but
kind of
Lily
like
has
too
dark skin,
shocked to
dark
even
eyes, and
speak.
dark
Like
hair.
I
All
wish
of
I
these
could like
things
give a
are
reaction.
genes, which means that their baby
I'd
would
put that
more
baby in the
likely look
garbage
like Blue
disposal.
than Lily. On the other hand, if Blaine were indeed the baby daddy, you'd expect a baby with light hair, fair skin, and maybe blue or green eyes, kinda like this one. Obviously, this kid is gonna grow up with some daddy issues, but we're not gonna address any of those here because the story timeline doesn't mention it at all, and instead we're gonna have to shift gears abruptly to Lily's mom, Holly, who's been floating around in the background the entire
this
time.
bitch again!
Bear with me, 'cause we all here, and it does get around to how Lily's story ends. What we know about Holly so far is that she's kind of a narcissist and definitely a cougar. Flirts with Luke,
what?
breaks her leg trying to show off while ice skating, and generally causing
Yeah,
some good
definitely a
old-fashioned
cougar.
family
50
Christmases, where we
Shades
also
of
meet Luke and
awkward.
Rachel's daughter Karen. When we pick up the story, though, Holly's time
Well, that just happened.
and during the night, her life support is turned off by a mysterious figure. Who could this be? Who would do such a thing? And you know what? Turns out it doesn't matter and has no implications. on
Sorry,
the story at
guys,
all.
my bad.
Because of an ad that's been
Vivi,
removed
how
from
could you?
YouTube called
Yeah,
Loader.
I'm sorry. She was, listen, she was being kind of a bitch, alright? I was doing everyone a favor.
No, I
Turns
get
out
it,
that Holly
I get it, I
faked
get
her
it.
own death, which Lily actually catches a glimpse of at the funeral, seeing her finger move. We know that this is Holly's finger because she's the only character we see wear a ring. And while I initially thought that the
Zooming
R
in
on
on
the
her
ring must stand
tits.
for Rachel or Regina, it actually stands for La Rosa, Holly's last
Me
name.
at my mom's funeral doing a totally ordinary thing and staring at her fingers.
Far away from all her family.
I think
Lily
this
does
bitch
eventually
moved.
find her and confront her, and time has definitely passed due to Lily's added wrinkles and gray hairs, but by this point, it's too late. She's passed on. For real this time, she's passed on. Lily reminisces about her mom, the stories she told of her and her sister Mary, what Lily was like as a child, and how Holly was devastated by Great Aunt Mary's passing, trying to fill the hole left behind in her life with men. Lily takes her mother's ashes and, after a little accident, buries them in the yard. Then she's haunted by her Great Aunt Mary for not looking after Holly well enough and dragged into the underworld. The end. And there you have it, a complete timeline of events. I may have skipped over some minor details here and there, but I believe
not
this
the end.
is the true...
She was dragged into the underworld. What do you mean the end?
Fuck you mean?
Listen, if it's good enough for Orpheus and Eurydice, it's good enough for Holly's Garden or whatever the fuck.
What the fuck? She was dragged
Retelling
into
of this
the
story.
underworld?
Now, before those of you who love the
You haven't gotten dragged into the underworld occasionally? Like, it happens to
Look, it happens to all of us, okay?
It does happen to the best of us. I'm sorry,
the
Lily.
ads aren't real. Dun dun dun. See, I can be dramatic too. And I don't mean they're not real as in it's a fictional world, because duh, if that was the logic, then there would be no such thing as game theory. What I mean is that these ads are staged, they're scripted, they're filmed like a TV show. The YouTube channel describes itself as a telenovela, but the real clues come hidden inside video descriptions. In the video, he's probably coming back right. The description says, quote, Blaine
No
actually
shit.
did ride off. He left Lily and the whole film crew waiting. The end shot of Lily waiting in the dark was not in the original script. A script, you say? A crew? That doesn't seem
Damn.
very real to me.
Not
Other
Blake
videos have
Van
references
Dyke.
to
What
one
the
take, staying in character, Golden Globe nominations, furthering the idea that all of them are actors. Also, the descriptions list the characters'
No,
names
dude,
like cast
come
credits.
on.
Lily
I was so
Roberts,
invested.
You're telling me Lily's Garden isn't real?
This to me
What the
suggests that
fuck,
the story we see
dog?
playing out in the ads is
Bro,
actually
this is
just a
bullshit.
scripted television show where the characters are playing heightened versions of themselves, and the game storyline is a separate story based in the real world. They allude to this kind of style with the references they make to other TV shows. Notice that Lily actually works in an office that is literally The Office, like the TV show that was pretending to be a real documentary.
What is
where
this
some
high
characters
strung
actually
scene?
share
We're
the same
watching
names as their
MatPat
IRL
theories.
counterparts. That is where Lily exists in the show of Lily's
This is
Garden,
Lily's
or
Garden.
on Instagram, where Lily's Garden parodies another not scripted reality show, The Real Housewives.
Who do you guys
Elliott
think
often referred
wins?
to as a guest star, and on some occasions,
Fucking,
superstar.
the Merge
Implying that
Mansion
she's famous
Grandma,
or outside
or,
the show. To support this idea, in
Lily's
February
Tusk
of
Act
2021,
4.
new ads got released
No, Oh,
for
or
Tactile
Tusk,
Games'
or
new
Tusk
mobile
Act
game,
4
Hello,
from JoJo.
with Penny being the main character.
Lily's
She owns
mom
a
is the
diner,
third
she's
option,
the
and
lead
that's
Lily's
my
mom?
She had a
option.
relationship
Doesn't
with
matter,
Lucas.
Lily's
Her fiancé
mom
cheats
clears
on her with
anyways.
Regina. She gets pregnant.
Listen,
Looks
bro,
like
the
she'll
infinite
have a
rotation
relationship with
has
Regina's
nothing
brother,
on
too.
Lily's
So this
mom.
drama and craziness ain't
That's
going
true.
anywhere. I'll leave all that for another day, but you get the idea here.
I don't
We're
care
at the
if it can
tip
rip
of the iceberg,
dimensions
friends.
apart.
There are so many other
Can't rip
questions
apart
here.
Lily's
What
mom.
other IP this might tie into, whether there's a
True.
larger meta commentary going on about us as players in this story, and the ultimate goal of these bizarre ads to begin with, other than getting us crazy people on the internet talking about it. All of that is probably for another day, if of course any of you want to talk about this for another episode. Let me know down in the comments if this scratched your Lily's Garden itch. If you're
It
interested in more,
did.
well, probably a medical condition that you want to go see a doctor about. Or, you know, you could always use the
It's so funny to me how
channel.
Luke just
Anyway, that's all I
fucking
got for today.
died.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to do something, I don't know,
my God,
academic with
dude.
my life. Maybe I'll go read a
Holy
book.
shit.
Bro perished.
Just a theory. A game theory.
Theory, thanks for watching.
Oh no, and she's still on the washing machine. Alright, let's see. How far? Okay, we didn't do at least like 2 more, I think.
Hang on.
Hopefully. Or not hopefully. Instead, do one more.
Yo, have you, okay. We should watch
bloody
the Rosalina theory.
The Rosalina theory?
Yeah, the Rosalina theory is fucking iconic.
Hold up, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, I do remember Rosalina.
Yeah, Peach is dead. Hell yeah.
Or Peach is dead.
So
sure.
it looks like someone finally got a piece of that cake, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, nudge,
Wait,
nudge.
that might be part 2.
This is part 2. I don't. I
Oh, no, you gotta watch part 1 to get the
Today
full
we're
story.
talking about a Guardian of the Galaxy, a female one that has entirely
Whoa!
nothing to do with that movie.
Damn!
It's Rosalina. We're talking about Rosalina from Super Mario Galaxy.
Rosalina.
But yeah, that
okay.
Rosalina. What the fuck?
Star-Lord was like, I'm Star-Lord, and he's all like, pew, 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 pew.
Rosalina is crazy.
Rosalina. More like Rizalina.
Then
Yes.
Groot was totally like, I am Groot. Oh, Ron, hello, internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that really can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Seriously, I have not had that much fun at a movie in a long time. Oh, so good. Sorry, I gotta stay focused.
Film theory doesn't
Anyway,
exist yet,
about
Matthew.
Rosalie.
Get to the
She's a
fucking
galaxy
show.
hopping princess with a hairstyle stolen straight from Captain Planet's Dr. Blight. And from her humble beginnings in Super Mario Galaxy, she's starting to appear in everything. 3 main series titles, 4 Mario Karts,
Fucking
a party,
DuckTales
round of lakes,
ass.
and pretty soon the newest Smash. Really? Rosalina and like 15 Fire Emblem
Oh,
characters,
God.
and Ness still hasn't been
He just
confirmed for
referred to
the game?
Smash
Your
4 as the
priorities,
newest
Nintendo.
Smash.
Outside
I'm
of she lives
old.
in a space station and she looks smoking hot in a biker outfit. What do we
Nah,
really know
bro.
about this
Rosalina's fucking
Nothing. She's
mid.
an interstellar
Hey, watch your
enigma.
mouth.
Or is she?
You better watch your
Who
mouth,
is
bitch.
Rosalina? Have there been clues hidden in plain sight as to what her true
Your
identity
skin
is?
won't be
Today
found
we're
when I'm
out
done
to
with
solve
you.
this
Kill
maiden's
you,
mystery,
Justin.
and what we find throws everything
Bills,
you
is
thought
that
you knew
you?
about the Mario universe out the window.
Oh,
Well,
God.
except for the fact that he's a sociopath, which
Hurt
is
my
still
throat.
100% legit.
Throat feels
Seems to me
scratchy
the
enough
best place
to
to start is
fucking-
with the
trying to fucking
bedtime story
yell that.
Rosalina reads throughout Super Mario Galaxy. The story recounts the tale of a sad little girl on a quest to find one Luma's missing mother. Prepare to be shocked. That story is actually
Do you think you could beat a Luma in a fight?
what?
No
An
shit.
earth-shattering revelation, I know. But seriously,
Okay,
where it gets
damn.
interesting is in
Fucking-
chapter 4, when the story
All
mentions
right.
Rosalina's mother. Via the book's illustrations, we get 2 glimpses of her. First, from the back, and then again, the bottom half of her face. Do those hair flips,
guys think
that
MatPat has
mouth shape,
started
the gold
swearing so
crown,
much
and those
because
rounded
he's
blue
leaving?
earrings look familiar? Because they
I
should.
think so.
Peach
I
is
think he
Rosalina's
doesn't
mother.
care
Cue
anymore.
the dramatic music.
Well, like, he's still gonna be on as, like, a creative director and shit.
No, wait, I can read your mind. But the hair is longer and the dress is blue. That's what you're thinking, right? Right, be honest. Man, I'm like the geeky version of David Blaine. But I agree, these similarities are very superficial and far from 100% confirmation. That's why it's also worth mentioning the silhouette of the castle that appears in chapter 7 of the book, when the little girl in the story looks at her former home through her father's old telescope. Notice the 3 prominent spires with the one big one in the middle? Seems an awful lot like typical depictions of Peach's castle, no? Since it's in shadow, though, I suppose it could be just any old 3-spired castle with one very tall one in the center. I mean, I hear those are very popular in the Mushroom Kingdom, after all. Hashtag obvious sarcasm is obvious. But if we're going to prove something as huge as Rosalina being the daughter of the First Lady of gaming, we need something more than hints. We need something more definitive.
Wait, why are you upset about his pronunciation of Rosalina?
Honey,
What?
Come on, let's try it again. Genes! Genetics,
Oh, hey, it's the dead guy! He's talking to him!
Come on, dude, you're ruining my flow. If Peach and Rosalina are truly related, they should be sharing some physical features, right? And yeah, I mean, obviously they look alike, but we're the game theorists. We can do one better. We can use genetics to show that there's a high statistical probability that the two are related. So let's start with one of Rosalina's most identifiable.
Yo, Bloody, are you gonna play the Persona 3 remake when it comes out?
I don't think on stream, or attached to your head is dictated by a simple dominant recessive gene relationship.
Damn.
You probably did this stuff in school, right? 7th grade bio-sci, anyone? But to recap, you get one set of genes, or alleles, from your father and one set from your mother. The combination dictates what traits you show. That's called your phenotype.
God, I remember watching this shit in 4th grade. Oh, God.
So for earlobes, dangling earlobes are dominant and attached earlobes are recessive. Let's demonstrate that with a big D and a little d. So as an example, let's say that your father and mother both have one big D allele and one small D allele. By creating a chart called a Punnett square that shows all the possible gene combinations the child could have, where he gets one gene from each parent, you see that the child is most
I wish that was
likely to have
even like a joke, but that's
3 out of the 4
legitimately the
scenarios
first place I
contain a
learned
big
it.
D. The big D is dominant.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, I think I'm like super behind, but I just saw like a single frame of like that dude with the massive eyes.
Which is funny because Rosalina, believe it or not, has attached earlobes.
I have this
Check it out, and
tomorrow
that
to work
means both her
Thursday.
parents would need to
Wait,
possess
oh my
small
god,
Wait,
that scared the shit out of me.
Arcade, are you participating in the J-Easy Guilty Gear tournament?
I'm glad you asked that. Well, you start by
I'm sorry, J-Easy's doing a Guilty Gear tournament?
Wait, you're participating in an Arcade? That's awesome. Holy shit, that's awesome.
Nintendo has been kind
Yo,
enough
better
to
play
show our
fucking,
Peach
May.
stages. Baby Peach. Baby Peach doesn't have her ears pierced, and thus we can see that she too
no, best
has
of luck to
attached
you. That's
earlobes.
awesome. That's
In
so
other
funny.
words, she possesses 2
No,
small
ask him who he mains.
greatly increasing the
Arcade,
likelihood that
who do
her
you main?
child
Who
would
do you main?
also
Arcade.
have attached lobes. And that's not all. Look at Mario, who presumably would be the father. Attached earlobes again. Which means that the child of Peach and Mario would have a 100% chance of also having attached earlobes. Rosalina.
bike
And
in
that's
Maine
not
for
all.
3
What about
years?
eye
That
and hair
checks
color?
out.
Now
That
these
checks
things
out.
work a little bit differently. Both are polygenic,
Love
or
that
controlled
lady.
by multiple genes.
true.
Let's focus on eye color. Eye color happens to be controlled by at least 2 separate.
Can we talk about how like based it is in the Japanese version? Like, Baiken uses masculine pronouns.
Yay, guy. Also comes in 2 forms.
Let me know when you're
but this
down
time
for,
it's green and blue. Now
top
the way
on-
this works
top
is
on
in a
RE5
tiered
again, though.
system,
Arcade,
with
we definitely
blue
gotta
alleles
continue
being
that.
recessive, green being dominant over blue, and brown trumping them all. Here's a chart mapping out all the possible combinations. And
Brown
as you can
whatting
see,
them all?
blue eyes are super rare because there are so many other
No
genes
way.
that overpower those small bees. So for Rosalina to have those
I
piercing
get
blue
green
eyes of
eyes.
hers, her parents would also need to. Well, somebody call Staples because that was easy. The fact that both Peach and Mario also have blue eyes means that their child would have a very high likelihood of also having bright blue eyes, just like you see in Rosalina. Hair color works in a lot the same way. It's also polygenic. Without getting too detailed,
know
the
what my
fact that
schedule is,
Peach has
but
blonde
maybe
hair
Thursday
greatly
night. Alright,
increases
we'll
the
see about
likelihood
Thursday
her
night.
child
I'll keep you
would
posted.
also
Bet,
have
bet,
blonde
bet.
hair.
We'll
So
see.
to summarize, with genetics, we're talking about statistical odds. And in this case, were Peach and Mario to have a baby, there's a very high likelihood that it would have the same phenotype phenotypes that you see in Rosalina. The last huge piece of genetic evidence, though, comes from Rosalina's handedness. Watch all the gameplay footage of her, and you see that she's left-handed. Notice how she prefers to keep her wand in her left hand? In an interesting twist, promotional art for her shows her holding it in her right hand, but I would assume that this is actually the product of the world's right-handed bias. But that's a can of worms for an entirely different day. For now, let's focus on the genetics. Handedness
World's
is
right-handed
not
bias.
like previous
That's some conspiracy
researchers
theory
have no
shit.
clear predictors that they've been able to figure out. What scientists do know is that consistently 10% of the world's population is left-handed, and that left-handedness tends to run in families, with the mother's preference being an important
Yeah, and that
factor.
left-handed
On average,
people
the chances of two right-handed parents having
more
a
likely to
left-handed
die
child are
young.
around 10%. Having a
true.
right-handed mother and
I
left-handed
guess.
father keeps that percentage.
Yeah, I
about
would
the
know. My
same.
sister's
But
left-handed.
having a left-handed mother and right-handed father makes the probability double. Now, looking across games, particularly the sports games, Mario Super Sluggers, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Nintendo's main man is clearly right-handed, no question there. But Peach is actually ambidextrous, good with both her right and left hands, playing baseball and tennis favoring the right, but golfing favoring the left. People born with a left-hand bias at birth are statistically more likely to show ambidextrous qualities later in life. So the likelihood of a couple like her and Mario having a left-handed child like Rosalina is actually greater than most other couples. The only thing that would increase those odds would have both parents be lefties, which increases the probability to 35%. So similar to how we approach TF2's Pyro, not only does Peach match the mother's depiction in the storybook, but
Imagine being an undercover, like, right-handed person.
much higher than normal chance of sharing a lot of the same qualities as
Closeted the
Rosalina.
left-hander.
But there's one final piece to this.
Yeah.
Let's revisit Chapter 7 of Rosalina's bedtime story. We've already talked about the illustrations.
Bro, what if
but
there were
let's talk about the
hormones
clues buried in the actual
for
text.
using your other
She
hand?
twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. So we know that Rosalina's home, that castle we saw in silhouette, isn't far from a good stargazing hill dotted with flowers. Galaxy's opening scene has Mario running to the top of a hill that overlooks Peach's castle, meaning it's close enough to walk to and has a beautiful view of the stars. It also happens to be lined with flowers, just like the hill described in the storybook. And not only does it have flowers, but look at the color of the flowers in the illustration. Purple, white, and yellow. Now look at the flowers on Mario's hill at the beginning of the game. Purple, white, and yellow.
That's
Now we're
blue.
getting somewhere. And there's
That's
more. Here's an excerpt
blue,
from Rosalina's
bitch.
story takes a dark
Yeah, and if you look
turn.
behind the tree, you'll
Remember
actually
having
see
picnics
black
with your mother on that
flowers,
hill on a
which
bright
means
day,
that this tree is
and the girl
non-binary.
burst into tears.
Good for that
I
tree.
want to go home. I want to go
Hell
back
yeah.
to my house by the hill.
Me
I
when
want
I'm a
to see
tree.
My mother. The girl was shouting
Gamer.
out, her
Epic
face
tree
wet with
moment.
tears. But I know she's not
It's
there.
for real.
I knew all along that she wasn't out there in the sky because she's sleeping under the tree on the hill. The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area. Like a punch to the gut, the story
Bro,
reveals
this
that
is
the
me
girl's
when there's a
mother
tree on the hill upon
very
Half-Blood Hill.
time. In a game like Mario, where dying in pits of lava or getting sucked into black holes is pretty much par for the course, knowing that there's a character that is dying.
This MatPat guy is kinda stupid.
Oh, hi, Quack.
It's a bit eerie. But
Dude, I wonder where he
also
graduated
provides us
from.
another
Oh my
clue as to the
goodness.
geography of
Yeah,
the city.
I wonder what he majored in.
Find that tree on top of that stargazing hill that's right down the road from Peach's castle and with the yellow, purple, and white flowers.
really hate how
You've got
interesting
yourself a
this is.
slam dunk. So, I played through the beginning of the game again looking to find that tree and didn't. Theory busted. Or was it? I remember that the end of the game features one final grand sweeping shot of the landscape around Peach's castle. And would you believe it? At the top of that hill, the hill that Mario just so happens to start the game at, the hill that matches all the qualities we've been looking for so far, what's at the top of that hill?
Tree!
Single tree. Whew, did you feel that? I just got a chill down my spine.
Tree.
All the signs are there. Peach's hair, earrings, mouth, and crown in the illustrations. The genetics contributing to Rosalina's attached earlobes, blue eyes,
I have
blonde
to
hair,
hear this
and
motherfucker
left-handedness.
say Rosalina
The
one more
geography
time.
of the
I'm going
stargazing
to
hill
scream.
with white, yellow, and purple
Bro,
flowers with a
this is
single
about to have
tree
the
on top
biggest
that
fucking
Rosalina's
twist, and I
mother
can't
is
wait for
buried
you to
under.
experience
Wait,
it.
If
And that's what I'm
Peach
going to
is
sleep.
Rosalina's mother,
So I have a
that
class
would
at
mean
9.
Peach should be buried under that
Did you
tree.
finally fucking
Clearly
say it right?
I've
Oh my
overlooked
god.
something. Or I'm just running out of time and have to save it for part 2. I promise you, not only is there an explanation, it's one that perfectly
this tree
fits
gives
with
me
the
the
theme of the
back
game,
chills.
ties together all the weird, cryptic loose ends present in Super Mario Galaxy.
All
and
right,
even
Grover
begins to
from
offer
Percy
us some
Jackson.
deep philosophical undertones to the Mario franchise as a whole. In the meantime, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Game
Thanks for
theory.
watching.
Thanks for
You
pissing.
should probably subscribe, that way you don't miss part 2 of this epic duology. I have to admit, this might be my favorite series of episodes I've done to date. I'm
Anyways,
just
go
gonna
to
leave
sleep.
that
I have class at fucking 9.
Alright,
now,
good
welcome
night.
back to the Super Amazing End Card Tournament, where last time Star Wars.
Oh, I remember the Super Amazing End Card Tournament.
Star Trek was left in the space dust
Damn.
with 15K. Con! More like can't! That joke didn't work. This week, I've got an important
Yeah, pack
question.
it up,
With
Matt.
Smash Bros. On the way, I have a hankering to do some Super Smash physics, and I want to know what my next Nintendo theory should be.
Okay.
Could Link's hookshot be real, or how the Falcon Punch works? Click on one to
How?
choose, or if you have a better idea, let me know in the comments. In addition to whatever you choose, I've also got a super secret project that I've been working on, which I'm super excited about. So I'm keeping busy, but it's all to give you guys some great stuff
Alright,
over the next few
I think
months.
we gotta see the peaches.
So
is
it looks
dead.
like someone finally got a
We've
piece of
gotta.
that cake, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Blow, chicka, blow, blow.
You know what, Moscow? Good night.
From downtown!
But how can Peach be
Okay,
here
alright, Matt.
and here?
Alright, Matt.
All shall be revealed.
Bro said,
today. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that is finally concluding a 2-part series. Now, if only I would do that Watch_Dogs episode. Anyway, last time we used a little bit of Mario Galaxy
Dogs is
lore
still
and the
such a
heap
stupid
and
Yeah,
name.
my
That's
favorite
to
series,
that
Watch
Rosalina
underscore
has the
dog.
unusually high probability of being Peach's daughter, but there were a few sticking points to that theory. In particular, that Rosalina's mother is dead, and Peach doesn't seem to be. There are other problems too, like the relative lack of an age difference between Peach and Rosalina, but this episode will answer all those concerns and more, not only solving the mystery
nice.
of
Thank you,
Rosalina's
Matthew.
parentage and the eternal question
Thank
of
you,
Mario
Matthew
Jumpman
Patthew.
Mario's multiple lives, but also completely overturning everything you thought
What
you
the
knew about Miyamoto's beloved franchise. If you thought Mario being a sociopath was earth-shattering, just wait till you see the end of this one. So let's start with the elephant in the room, Peach being
look at all
dead.
those.
As we concluded
look at all
last
those.
episode, Rosalina's
These
mother is
clean
buried
clothes,
under a
so I
tree
bet I
on her
have to-
favorite
I still have to-
stargazing hill.
to
How
put
could that
up
possibly
all those
happen when,
clothes
yep,
on my bed.
breathing, kidnapped
I
by
just
Bowser,
leave
going
there.
to help, promise of future cake. Yep, Peach seems to be at least somewhat alive in Super Mario Galaxy. Well, that's actually the whole premise of the game. The game's ending. Do I need a spoiler alert for a Mario game ending? Like, they're always one step above congratulations. So here, spoiler alert for practically every Mario game ever. Peach
Conclaperation.
gets saved and Bowser
The
falls
fuck is
into
a
lava. I'd say that's probably
conclaperation?
about like 87% of the games. Clearly, we are not playing these games for
Conglomeration.
the epic conclusion, friends. But Galaxy is part
Ronald
of the
Reagan.
13%, sporting one of the most bizarrely cryptic endings to happen.
Richard
since
Nixon.
on the Xbox. Bowser, Mario, and Peach all get sucked into a cataclysmic black hole, and everything gets destroyed. Look at the way it decimates Bowser's ship. A bunch of baby stars then sacrifice themselves, creating something similar to the Big Bang, which brings to life a whole new galaxy. Rosalina then talks to Mario about the cycle of rebirth, how stardust from dying stars eventually reforms into a new star, and the cycle continues continues, but with small changes each time.
Yeah, I would
It's
know,
like
I
an
was there.
astronomical version of Groundhog's Day. No two go-arounds are exactly the same. She then tells Mario that he'll see. Mario wakes up and is back in the Mushroom Kingdom, but things are a bit different. You have all the intergalactic characters from the game living on the same planet now. Mario welcomes the new galaxy, pan out, spot Peach's burial tree on the hill, roll credits. So, what happened exactly? That black hole seemed to destroy everything. Everyone is now on the same planet, and Rosalina's closing speech is vague at best. Well, her cryptic dialogue actually explains it all. Mario, Peach, Bowser, and all the rest have just been reborn into a new galaxy cycle. At the beginning of the game, we were playing in a galaxy that had all the characters separated out onto different planets. But in this new, remixed version
Yoshi
of the
lizard in
that
the
was
game
just
until
created
2.
by the black hole and Baby Luma,
Evangelion, fucking third impact bullshit.
Restarted, but with the small difference of everyone sharing a planet. You see? Let me put it a different way. True loyal theorists watching this show will remember long ago when I covered the Zelda timeline. There, you had a parallel series of multiverses, each with a small tweak. Link survives in this timeline, dies in this one, and never exists in the third. It would seem Mario's world believes in something similar. Think about it like hitting the reset button on your old NES. Is that a reference that anyone even gets at this point? Anyway, the old NES had a reset button. Just go with me here. So you want to fire up
You're not
the
that
Super
fucking
Mario
old.
Brothers on your NES. You hit the power
Shut
button.
up, Matthew, Patthew. I'm gonna kill
Fucking
you.
Matrick Patrick acting like he's above us.
Now imagine you hit the reset
Matt-
button and start
Matt
up the game
Sims,
again, but this
Trisha.
time the blocks are arranged in a different way, and Goomba
Bloody, just
was
fucking
showing up in
stop.
weird
Oh my
locations.
god.
Hit the reset button again, and again a new arrangement.
You don't have any funny names to contribute. Get the
Mario
fuck
Galaxy
out.
is basically working under the philosophy of the galaxy reset.
You should be.
Remixing itself every time. Like Rosalina said, the cycle never repeats the same way. In fact, this idea explains Mario's multiple lives. How can Mario fall into a pit, die, but then have 3 more tries to get it right? It's new iterations of the galaxy each time. It's also an explanation for Mario and Bowser being mortal enemies 90% of the time and cart buddies the other 10%. Or the on-again, off-again appearance of the Koopa Kids. Or where Geno and Mallow went. Please let there be a galaxy iteration where they come back. The game was so good. Okay, but how does this all explain Peach being dead? Easy.
Haha, get
Rosalina
it?
is Peach's
Because
daughter from a previous
because
cycle of the galaxy.
Mario RPG.
Raised her and died.
That was a game.
Rosalina
Ha 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 ha
check
ha.
on her home every 100 years, or every
Yeah.
cycle of the galaxy. It just so happens
If
that
only Mario RPG wasn't mid.
gets roped into the action. Does this seem
Honestly,
too metaphysical or
fucking
2D?
spit.
It shouldn't, because it's the core belief of the game.
Actually, no. Not if Mario RPG wasn't mid. If fucking Geno wasn't mid.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Themselves. With Mario,
Yeah,
you have
Mallow's
Dude has
cool.
no fucking personality.
Mallow's cool.
gets himself trapped.
Yeah,
The
hell
only
yeah.
reason-
Fucking old cloud guy.
But when you play the game
That
with
guy is
Luigi and get to
The only
those
reason
things again,
Geno and
instead of
Mallow got
saving
popular
Mario,
was because
only to
back
find
when
that
Mario
no
RPG released, Mario characters never fucking talked before.
The explanation given for this is,
Yeah, and also they didn't
there's
have
enough
like
people in
much,
the
you know,
universe for one
character.
person to look like me. Except
So the
what's
fact that
really
someone
going
had
on here is that you're making a
something
version of Luigi
was
from a
enough.
Yeah, it was insane.
If nothing else, this encounter shows that Super Mario Galaxy is a title that
Seashells by the seashore, but due to the laws of supply and demand.
No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand.
Their mother and daughter. And how can Rosalina
You must
revisit
create
her
a
home
sense of
planet
scarcity.
every
People
100
will
years
buy shells if
or
they
if
think
she's
they're
a normal
lazy.
human with a normal human lifespan?
Take all the shells that you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than the diamond.
It did. In 1905, Albert Einstein proposed a theory, the
They
scientific
won,
theory,
really.
called
They
special
fucking won 'em.
relativity. You know E equals MC squared, energy
Oh,
equals
I know
mass
that.
times the speed of light squared? Yeah, that's a part of it.
It meant
Incredibly
two.
complicated stuff, but suffice it to say, it completely changed the course of physics and answered a lot of scientists' lingering questions around time, space, and light. It also, believe it or not, answers how Rosalina and Peach can be practically the same age. One of the consequences of his theory was the concept of time
That's enough
dilation,
webcam for
or the
you.
fact
You
that
get
time
the silly
slows
guy
with
again.
motion. The faster you move,
Oh
the
no,
more
we have to
difference
stop
occurs.
looking at Bloody's face?
Time
I know.
Damn.
It's a tragedy. I know.
What a tragedy.
Yeah, you
I'm
guys-
crying.
Breaking Bad.
You
One
get
clock
the
was
silly
kept
guy
on
now.
Earth, while another one was put into a high-speed
Damn.
plane and flown around for a while. When the plane returned,
We
the
need
clock
to
was
cook.
behind by exactly the amount Einstein's equations predicted. But when they resynchronized the clocks on Earth, they were still running at exactly the same rate. In other words, time had passed slower on the plane because of how fast it was traveling. Time had dilated or expanded. In other words, time travel is proven to be
Imagine needing a plane
now
to
look
do
at
that.
Rosalina's ship. It travels between galaxies at speeds approaching the speed of light. So for her, time moves much slower relative to the time on Earth. In fact, using an online time dilation calculator, I was able to conclude that 1 year aboard her ship traveling slightly under the speed of light would actually be the equivalent of 100 years of Earth time. So say Rosalina is 20, that's 2,000 years worth of Earth time, and that's a conservative estimate. Einstein, truly you have given the world many great gifts, but none compare with your most recent contribution to society. Proof that fictional characters are related. But enough
Thank you,
science, let's get back to the lore.
Glad
Did you ever
you
notice
died
that
for this.
Rosalina
Thank you,
never
Albert.
calls her Peach by name?
Thanks,
She always
Albie.
calls her Mario's special one. Probably because she feels awkward calling her mom by her real
Thanks,
name. Or
Albie
maybe that's the
Schmalby.
pen name Mario would use for her when they were together. Sure, it's not quite as compelling of
Alberto.
evidence as relativistic physics, but hey, it's something. Now, if you still don't believe me, man, you really have some serious trust issues.
A little
I have proved this
Einstein.
thing every way to Sunday. Lore, genetics, physics, I mean, seriously, cut me some slack here. But I'm sure there are still some of you out there who are going to say, oh, you're overthinking the game. Oh, the designers didn't plan this. Well, to disprove every last doubting Wario out there, Yoshiaki Koizumi. That's about as good as I'm going to get at pronouncing that name. The
That
writer
is
of
correct.
Rosalina's storybook
That was
said during an
correct.
interview that
You can say
Rosalina
a
was
Japanese
originally
guy's
intended
name.
to be related to
Yeah, but he can't say Rosalina.
There. Boom, done. Of course, he didn't say how, which prompted the internet to assume that they were sisters, but we now know better. And finally, since I'm not leaving any stone unturned here, there's one last huge piece of evidence hidden in the French
It's so
version of the
funny
game.
because,
Just
like,
we're
in these
gonna
early
get
days of game
here.
theory,
The epilogue of Rosalina's story in England.
Ranch.
She dedicates her life to the Luma,
Ranch.
vows to revisit Earth every 100 years, and flies away. But the French version of the story has an extra little detail worked in. Everything is about the same, except for the second to last page. It has a little bit more text worked in. Let me brush off my French here as best I can. Retournez sur ma planète bleue, bleu, bleu. My French teacher's gonna watch this and be so embarrassed. Here we go, I'm gonna make this super sexy. J'aimerais bien, une fois tu les entends, retourner sur ma planète bleue et m'assoupir sur les genoux de mon papa et cassant cette moustache qui fait
MatPat French.
French language love. So if you didn't spend 7 years
French
learning
Pat.
the difference between a croque monsieur and a croque madame, you could probably figure out the following. My dad, something something, caressing his mustache. But luckily, I spent a couple years butchering the language and coupling that with the power of Google Translate. It says the following, quote, I would like once every 100 years to return back to my blue planet and doze on the knees of my father, stroking the mustache that was his pride. And what you have there, loyal theorists, cut from the English version for some reason, is our last piece of incredibly
When
strong
did the
evidence
French
that
version of the game
Mario
release?
is Rosalina's father. I mean, I suppose by that logic, the father could also be Luigi, but that would be... No, it couldn't. Same attached ears, same blue eyes, and he's left-handed.
Bro,
The
I
odds of
fucking love
Luigi
unscripted
having
videos
a
where they, like,
Rosalina
try and
would be
feign an
double.
epiphany.
Luigi is much taller than Mario, and Rosalina is a towering
It's like,
figure
wait,
in Mario
no,
universe.
no, no,
Even
no!
back in the storybook when
And there's like an
Rosalina
hour and 30 minutes left.
The brother is wearing a green hat. It's subtle, sure, but if you look close enough, it's definitely included there on purpose. Then there's the telescope that belonged to Rosalina's father that she takes on her intergalactic journey and appears on the last page of her storybook. Mario is never depicted with a telescope throughout the series, but we know for a fact Luigi has one. He inherited it as part of his mansion. And don't you find it a bit coincidental that when you beat Super Mario Galaxy,
What about the
all
Womansion?
120 stars,
What
then
about
collect
that?
a secret final star at the end, you're You're
What if
rewarded
the
with a
mansion
picture of
is
Luigi
Rosalina's
and
father?
Rosalina, father and daughter.
What if
You know, when it
Rosalina
was
just
referenced in
fucking
the game that
rose
Rosalina
out of the
and Peach
dirt
were
one
related, It
day?
was Miyamoto himself who pulled the plug on it, insisting the reference be removed. For years, we've been led to believe that Peach and Mario are gaming's it couple, but this whole cover-up would make perfect sense if Nintendo had known all along that Luigi is the one Peach ultimately ends up with. It would also explain Peach's utter lack of affection for Mario in every game ever. But if that were to get out, it would throw everything we've ever thought about this franchise into utter chaos. Nah, it couldn't be. Could it? But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory.
If this was released today, this would be the H Bomber guy part of the video where there's now 45 minutes explaining the fact that the entire Mario series is actually fucking
I could
worthless.
have sworn that there was a part
Luigi
3
gets with Peach
where he like
anyway.
delves further into the Luigi thing.
No.
Was there?
I didn't believe.
Anyways, it doesn't matter because Rosalina's mad.
Watch your mouth. Anyways,
watch your mouth.
I believe that's a good place to end off, chat. This was fun.
Daisy better.
MatPat, I hope all the best for you, Mr. Matthew Patrick. Have a good life, Mr. Matthew. And
It's so funny to me because like he was literally recording these in his closet.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
And on the topic of
Suddenly, that first video makes a lot more sense
have a
now.
good night. Have a good life, chat. Take care. I love you. First webcam stream. I know that's crazy, huh?
Bloody homophobic question mark?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Good night, chat.